AFK.
Yes.
Right. Although we'll get Elias and Briella later. Okay.
Elias is still in his bed.
Oh man.
My favorite part about that was how she rolled 2 natural ones and then I ran up across it and killed the thing. Whoops.
Hopefully that's not a.
Yep, we have a. She's typing.
Oh. It's not something that is persistent because I've been in that position where I just couldn't roll at all and I was completely ineffective. And I was actually like the support class, and so it was really frustrating.
That was me last game. I couldn't hit anything with Wander.
That is the life of Will
Weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just his life.
I feel shame as a minor action.
Okay. So catching us up, you had made your way into a hidden entrance under the Tressender Manor, the big house on the hill that the Red Brands were making their base, on the tips of a young halfling boy by the name of Carp, who had seen them emerging from the wooded thicket below the hill. You pressed your way in, fought a couple of bugbears and a strange mutated wizard creature that telepathically spoke to you and creeped everyone out.
Creepy as all hell.
Yeah.
Creepy as all hell. And then now you are standing over the dead bodies of 3 bugbears and the unconscious form of 1 goblin who passed out as soon as you busted through the door.
Which we immediately began to tie up, gag, and face away from everything so they don't see us.
Right. So he's tied up on the ground, still unconscious. Yes. Still,
we can put
still
him
very
in the
much
bed, facing down, so he can't look at us in a way.
Sure, you can do that.
So I can't say I saw them as they were leaving. They looked like this and this and this.
All right.
So, do we really want to spend our time looking through all of the side hallways and everything when there are other things further in that are more deserving of our attention?
Do we know where they are?
That's the question.
I can tell you, I heard down that hall, there are people in there. You just lit it up.
I did?
Yeah, outside of the room lit up.
That's not supposed to happen.
It's scrolled up far enough that I can't actually see anything other than
I can't see it either, just so you know it lit up.
Okay.
There,
that was the thing. It was dark. I'm like, oh, it's dark. Let me light it up. Now I realize why it was dark. Because it was lighting up when it wasn't supposed to.
Yeah. Anyway, I heard some noise from down the hall, so we're gonna check that out. We can expect a fight. If not, I suggest we proceed quietly.
If we are sure that that is not the direction we need to be taking.
I'm not against sticking my daggers into some poor bastard.
Yes, of course. You would not be.
What you could tell, it was a small group of people sort of laughing, arguing. They sounded like they were playing a game of sorts. Could hear the sound of dice rattling across the table.
I suppose the question is, 1, do we need to go that way? And 2, if we don't take care of them, will they come up behind us and cause us more problems?
I'll give it another listen, see if I can gauge how many are in there.
Okay, go ahead and roll a
I'm
perception.
gonna... Perception?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to roll another stealth to get up there?
Actually do that as well, since it's kind of been
Okay.
a few moments.
Okay, give me a second.
Sure.
That's a 24 for stealth.
Okay.
Because I have a +8. So I'm ridiculous. And then
Okay, I have a +6. So.
perception. Perception is a 14.
Okay. You're not 100% sure how many there are. More than a few, but not a whole lot more.
Okay.
I mean, at least somewhere between 3 to 6 people.
I'm gonna listen for maybe 20 to 30 seconds and examine the lock, see if it looks like the door is unlocked.
Okay. Go ahead and make a let's see. So you're gonna test the lock and investigate it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
is
Just
that
kind of lightly poke at it with my thieves' tools without making enough sound to alert them.
Sure. Go ahead and do a. Is there a sleight of hand check in?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Sleight of hand.
Give me one of those.
That'll be a 17.
Okay. The door is not locked. And from what you can tell, listening a little bit more, sitting there sort of outside the door, you can hear about 4 distinct voices.
Okay. So I make my way back to the group. There's only 4 of them. I say we take them. They can't sneak up behind us that way.
Thomas will glance back over to Elias, who will probably just nod at that and then very well.
The as you kind of step away from the door, you kind of hear raised voices. And it sounds like the beginning of a loud argument.
Okay. Looks like there's trouble in paradise. Should we go interrupt their fun?
Hopefully we shall be making this 2 for 2 tonight. And then...
Alright, I'm gonna head up. I'm going to slide the door open.
Okay.
And...
Why doesn't everyone get into whatever position they want to be in? I'll just have the absent people, they'll just sort of... Wait, we do have a frontline fighter. Yes, we do. Okay. So I was going to say, if we don't have a frontline fighter, I'll run them. But since we do have a frontline fighter, I'll have everyone just sort of making range shots from the back, just for my sanity's sake.
That's fair.
I mean, Maria takes up the rear of the 3 that are actually...
Sure.
All right, I'm going to push the door open, see what I see, and decide how to strike from there.
Okay. So as you push open the door, let's see if that is going to be the thing with the deal. Go, boom. Does that light up?
I see
Okay.
them. Yes.
Okay, so it lights up. And you can see a few humans, 2 of them, actually. So one of them is actually sort of clambering over the table as you open the door, about ready to hit the other one, who's kind of like leaning back in his chair. And the other 2 are just laughing their ass off. As you like burst in the door and they turn and see, this dark elf kind of burst in the door, and they're confused and surprised. They stop laughing, but the 2 closer to you haven't actually seemed to notice you. So you'll all get one free turn in the surprise round, because you definitely surprised them.
All right, I'm gonna run in. I'm just gonna run in straight behind this guy. 2 daggers to the back.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative. I mean, during the surprise round, since it doesn't really matter, you can kind of take your turns in any order you want.
Yeah. But just get that out of the way.
Sure. So he's
Oh, that was fun.
I would say you would have advantage on this attack I don't know if you get advantage if you get to go before them, but he's like in the middle of falling backwards in his chair as you rush up
Okay.
behind him.
I know
Okay,
at one point rogues get to get advantage if it's the first round in combat, but other than that, I don't know if it's.
I
I
think
don't
it's
have that yet.
it's a rogue class feature. All right, where is my
Um,
window?
I got an 8 for initiative, but I can't add it to turn order because I'm not in the turn order.
Right. I have a 20 for initiative.
Okay, hold on. So boom,
There we
boom,
go.
boom. Oh,
Oh.
Cortanus is already there.
Turns was already there.
Okay.
Let me do this. Yes, you will. Huzzah. Oh.
I'm
Okay.
just used to rolling the character sheet initiative for the trackers.
Yeah, whereas
Right.
the character sheet fights with me. That's why I'm not doing it. Is mine showing? No, mine is not taking.
Okay, that didn't quite work. Let's try that again. And roll. Did that just... Oh, I had Velis selected. I think I overwrote your initiative. Okay, there we
Right.
go. Now
Yeah.
I've got the right one selected. Now I roll initiative. Okay, so it's... All right, there we go.
My initiative is not saving for some reason.
Okay, what is it?
It's 8.
8. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, because it was just I kept putting it in and it kept not taking.
Right.
Okay. You said You said with advantage.
Yeah, with your attack.
Okay. Natural 20. What the fuck?
Nice.
Really?
That dice likes
No,
you.
no, I totally trust you.
It's a 20. Okay.
That
hold on.
was a very
Let me
that was a
back.
very authentic reaction.
Okay. So.
You definitely hit. So you roll double the dice.
Oh, the dice. Hold on. Okay.
So
Oh shit. Hold on. I just dropped my D4s.
sure.
Oh my god, this one won't stay on my desk.
Oh, what is the sneak attack specific rules? I should
Sneak attack.
You double your sneak attack on a crit.
Right.
Yeah, so
But
I
the question
rolled
is,
4 dice.
can she apply
It's a
sneak
D6.
attack in this instance? I think.
Yes, because
Like when you have advantage on an attack, you get to roll sneak attack,
yes.
right?
Yes, I
Okay.
need. Yes.
Okay.
So that means I have. So I actually get to add my +7 to both of these dice, right?
So you double all your dice, and then you add your
Yeah.
your ability modifier.
Right. I knew that. Okay, so.
So the +7, where's the plus? Because I know that like you get
18.
your dex, you get your dexterity, and that's like 5 for you, +5.
It says that my daggers are plus. No, that's to hit. I can't read. I'm just
Okay.
an idiot. Okay. No, so it's +5. You're right. So that's 16 damage.
16 damage. Okay. Yeah. So that basically one shots the guy.
Slit his throat.
So he's like
Just
falling
dagger
back,
slit his throat.
and yeah, you basically just come up from behind from the shadows, and the guy who's like about to punch him, like
I look up at his
looks at
friend,
you.
grin, and dagger into his
Okay.
gut.
Sure. Now this one you're not going to have advantage on,
Right.
unless him being surprised grants advantage. I'm not sure about that. I should read the rules.
I just rolled a 2.
Okay, well that's definitely not enough.
So that's
So-
that's like a 9.
Right. So you go to like confidently stab the other guy, not remembering that the human you just killed was in the process of falling. So he kind of falls back on you and completely messes up your stab. I'm
That's
gonna
okay.
put him here. Okay, just so that we're actually all on the grid. And then Wirya, you're up.
I'm gonna actually take my bonus action to disengage.
Okay, sure.
And get back into this corner, ready for
Sure.
him.
So,
Okay, we're good.
I have the wrong thing selected. I need to. Okay. So Wirya's I'm gonna slide up in a little bit so I can actually get in range of people.
Mm-hmm.
Cortanus will have to go past me later.
That's fine. You're small.
I'm tiny. And then I am going to into the actual room.
Okay.
And I'm going to Let's start out with just a nice, simple little sling shot, which I really should have up because I always forget. I know it's. Let me just roll my attack. I'll have to look up the D4 for sure.
Why didn't I use my inspiration? I just realized.
You could have.
On a 2, that may still not have been able to make it, even with your +7.
That is a 16 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And so I'm gonna roll 4. One.
Okay. You get a glancing shot off the guy's forehead, and it seems to have bruised, and he's got like a small drip of blood coming down. And, but yeah. Okay. That would make it Tunis.
All right. We'll kind of rush forward, slip past where are you there? Oh, accidentally grabbed the light source and stuff. Cortana, stand up.
Oh.
No, it's lagging.
Sorry.
No.
No.
Okay. I think I got it. Okay.
All right.
There we go. So this might give her the best advantage for hitting enough people. So she'll go after this one first. Why are you being so slow?
Sorry.
Let's see. So that's the one closest to the door.
Okay.
And...
This one right here?
No. The one closest to the door we just came through.
That one. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, there's a door up there.
Okay. Oh, boy.
And
Almost lost a bunch of stuff.
is he still up?
Yes. Bleeding and not looking good, but he is still
Okay.
standing.
Try that.
Okay. Oh, that's enough. Yeah. So you basically duck behind him and just from behind, and he falls over. Okay. The other two don't get to go in the surprise round because they're surprised. Velis.
Alright.
Suckers.
Alright. I'm gonna just run up to this guy and daggers.
Okay.
Stab.
Sure. Just as a heads up, because this one is in melee range of Cortanus, you would get sneak attack damage on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But can I get that far?
Oh yeah, totally.
Really?
I mean,
oh, yeah,
if you
they're
take an
dead.
extra 5, yeah, they're dead. If you take an extra 5 feet of movement to jump on the table, yes, you could get there.
I definitely want to jump on the table.
All right.
Good
5,
call.
10, 15.
Yeah.
And
Are
then
there
if
any
you
chandeliers in this room?
not this one. No, these are
So I take a running jump at the table and drive my dagger into him.
all right. Make an attack roll.
That is, I'm going to use my inspiration. That's a D6, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Motherfuck.
What'd you get
That's an
total?
11. That's an 11.
A total
I
11?
would have
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you miss with your first hit, but you do
Alright,
have 2 daggers.
Other daggers coming. Other daggers
Sure.
coming. Another natural 20!
So the first shot was actually just a feint, and as he dodges out of the way, he actually runs into your other dagger.
He ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
Yes!
He had it coming.
Okay,
So since this is your offhand attack, you do not add your
I
+5.
don't get my sneak attack.
No, you get your
either,
sneak
yeah.
attack. But
I
you
do.
can.
You don't-
Once per turn, you can get sneak attack damage
right.
when you
Okay.
hit.
You
You
just
just don't
can't
get
add
your
the
dex modifier. Yeah, what
7
yeah, that.
damage.
Okay. Okay. And let's see. Bonus action and cunning action.
I'm going to, again, disengage. And how many? I used 1, 2, 3, 4.
You used 15
wait.
feet of movement. You have
I
15
used
feet
15.
left.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going right back
It'll
into my
take you-
corner.
Okay, it'll take you. Yeah, you can do that.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Although, yeah, that was
Oh,
fine.
I didn't double the dice. I just realized that. I am so sorry.
You
I did not double my dice.
Oh, did you get a natural 20?
Yeah.
I did get a natural
Oh, that's right.
20.
That's why you were laughing again. Okay.
So hold on.
Roll your
I
dice.
gotta roll again.
She's
Which it might be enough to-
20 crap rolls
Oh, that's
here.
another 10? Because
Yeah,
I just
he's-
rolled max damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry. I know how to rogue, guys.
So Maria sees that we're doing pretty well here.
Yes.
So she's just gonna stick with her, little bludgeoning adventure because
I definitely just hit my head on my computer.
you also
And knocked
lost
out your video.
I did. My mouse fell. My mouse fell on the floor and it clicked me out of my tab, and then I hit my head.
No.
I roll natural ones in real life.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if only you're as graceful as your characters.
So given how nicely Velis and Cortanas are doing with it, Muriel's not going to try to attract too much attention from this last guy. So she's just going to. That is 16 to hit,
That definitely hits.
and 4.
Okay.
Just on the same, the one guy that's left, obviously.
Okay, Cortanas.
Well,
Guys,
Cortanas isn't as
the
flamboyant as
Velis guy
jumping
is
up on the
fun.
table, so she's just going to like,
Not your style?
yeah, she's gonna dex around the table, shoving, like, knocking away the corpse to get through.
Right.
And then
Being
going
over the
after
dead
this
bodies.
guy. Yes. Sliding past the dead body and going to slash at this guy.
Oh, yikes. Does that little box mean you rolled max damage?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's definitely dead.
Okay. There we go.
That.
Never mind then.
Man, those surprise rounds! And then, multiple natural 20s.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Why is Cortanas marked dead?
What?
Sorry.
Thanks.
Killed the wrong one.
There we go.
That was hit so hard.
Alright, there we go.
It's a double-edged sword.
Actually, aren't your blades specifically single-edged?
I'm pretty sure
No.
they are.
No, her blades are specifically like squared off at the end, so she can't pointy stab.
Right.
So they're
Right,
they're
you
blunt
can't
at
deal
those
piercing
ends.
damage.
Can't deal piercing,
So-
but
Okay.
So is that another door, or? Is
Yeah, that's a door.
All right. I am going to wipe my daggers on one of the bodies and
should we check
start
for
peeking around
anything
for anything
useful?
interesting.
Yeah.
Sure. So,
Anything
strewn
useful in this room?
across the table is a pile of, will look to be all of the money these gentlemen had on them at this moment. They were probably beginning an argument over that pile of money. So, if you take a moment and gather it up, you can count it. If someone wants to take this down, and
Yeah.
you find 75 copper pieces, 55 silver, 22 electrum pieces, 15 gold, and there's
Hold on. 22 electrum and what?
15 gold, and a gold earring with a small ruby, sort of a stud.
Earring.
Along with some very, very worn cards
Okay.
that most of which are now covered in blood splatter.
I'm going to head over to the barrels and start popping them open with my knife. Just
Okay.
see what's inside.
So most of them contain water. The smaller ones up in the other corner have a really foul-smelling beer that may have possibly gone bad.
Let's not drink the gross
Trying to
beer.
make grog.
I'm going to grab a not gross beer, however.
Oh, I'm sad I don't have
You
water.
know what? I kind of want some alcohol too. Give me a second.
Sure.
God damn it. Oh wait, I have Bailey's. I guess I could do
Okay.
Bailey's.
If I'm gonna step away for a moment as well then.
Yes.
If you're getting
Sounds good.
Hydrate. Hydrate.
Hydrate with booze.
Yes.
I did buy. I just turned on my electric kettle. I did also actually buy the only black cherry bomb, but I'm not going to drink that tonight. I return.
I told you. Long distance.
Sweet baby Jesus. I love this beer too. It's so good.
Need to find something to actually open my bottle with.
I bought some. It's not a twist top.
It is, but it's like, it's one of those twist tops that's just sharp enough to poke my finger if I didn't hold it with something.
Mine's not, but you know, I already opened it. I also bought, when I bought the Sweet Baby Jesus today, I also bought some wine
that is so good.
I'll probably save until I'm hanging out with folks because I don't really like wine enough to drink a whole bottle myself. And I wouldn't drink a whole bottle in one sitting anyway, but like, you know, by the time I finish a bottle of wine, I need to throw away the wine usually.
This tastes like a popsicle. And like, it doesn't even taste alcoholic, it tastes like a popsicle.
Oh, I know drinks like that. I mean,
so I realized I had some secret doom issue. Yay.
Erin, I did buy some only black cherry bomb today.
Ooh.
It's just,
how is it?
nothing particularly fancy here, but it's good.
I do like that kind. I like Seagram stuff. Their strawberry daiquiri stuff is amazing.
Well,
the strawberry daiquiris are good.
I haven't tried the only stuff yet, Erin, because I don't. My problem with wine is that by the time I drink a full bottle of wine, I need to throw away some of the wine. Right? Like I have a hard time finishing a whole bottle by myself.
Well,
so I'll probably.
Hi. If it's sweet wine, I'm in.
I don't know if it's sweet or not. I haven't tried it, but.
Anything sweet, I'm good.
You would like the Moscato I got at con.
I assume that, you know, yeah, you would like that Moscato. It was like
super sweet.
Sweetest thing.
Any Moscato I love.
So good.
But I figure, you know, next time we all get together or something, I'll bring that.
Sweet.
My chocolate. I still like to drink the wine I got, second bottle of wine I got at Wine in the Woods, but
which kind did you get?
Well,
right,
I had the grapefruit one, but I also have the chocolate
raspberry. Oh my god, it's so good. It is so damn good.
I tried it. I wouldn't have bought it at Wine.
I'm addicted to that. That is my favorite wine ever.
That is mine.
I know.
And
I'm sad it's expensive for what you get.
Yeah, well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
All right, shall we go back to
I would like to listen at the door. Let's see what I can hear.
Can you roll perception?
Yes. I need to pull my sheet back up. Just closed it. 16.
It's quiet. Other than some chatter about the sad state of the beer in the barrels, it's quiet. But the chatter's from behind you, not from the other side of the door.
Okay.
We are displeased with this beer.
I will check the lock.
Okay. It is. It locks from the inside, and it's not locked.
Okay.
From your side.
Okay. So I'm just gonna glance at the others, and then crack the door.
Sure. All right. Do you see?
The hallway.
Okay, hold on. Let me move these around. I've got your cameras set up, but it's actually blocking my DM's view of, my player view of the battle map, so I can't quite see what you see. So I need to. There we go. That's better.
I can just. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Yeah, you see, it opens up into a passage. because I don't know if anyone
Okay.
else can see it. So I'll just describe it. There's a door opposite, and then the hall turns off to the side, and it looks like there's some stairs that go up around the
I'm
corner.
going to just in the hall as quietly as I can and listen at that other door, while
Sure.
also paying attention to anything that may be coming up those stairs.
All right, stealth and perception.
Stealth is not so great. 15, and my perception on the floor. I do not have enough room to roll my dice. 10. I only roll natural 20s in battle.
I'll have to throw traps at you more.
No. Can we not? Let's not.
Okay. So you step out into the hallway quietly.
Just like right
As the conversation of beer turns to wine behind you. And but you don't seem to hear anything either at the door, and then you can see that the stairs go up. They're about the same height and elevation change as the stairs that you came down away from that natural
Okay.
cavern.
Could be the same cavern.
Yeah, but it's quiet. Nothing seems to respond to you.
No sound from the door.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna try that door as well then.
Sure, it's unlocked.
Okay.
On. There we go. Are you opening? What are you gonna do?
I'm sorry?
So are you opening the door? It's unlocked.
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna just
All right.
very slowly peek in before I open it all the way. If I don't see anyone, I'll fully open it.
Sure. There's no one inside. I'm assuming that Kurtanis and Wuria, you're kind of just following behind as she moves forward.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna,
Being
I
quiet.
would beckon them on once I realize that it's clear.
Sure. So as you sort of peek in, there are a couple of lights. I don't know if that's lit up or not, but I can move a couple of. It is? Okay. Oh right, the settings on this map have like a global level of illumination, and it's not configured room by room. So I had to like tweak it a little bit because it didn't make sense in my head that they'd have torches everywhere, because those things burn out after 30 minutes, and you're not going to have someone walking around an entire complex replacing a torch every 30 minutes. So sorry, tangent. So it looks to be like a workshop of some sort. There's a bunch of ingredients and supplies on the back wall there, and then the table that takes up a large portion of the room looks to have all kinds of glass beakers and distillers. It looks like a kind of an alchemist's setup, and there's with some books and notes strewn around the table. And then other than that, you hear a small squeak. There's like a rat that kind of scurries under the table from the shadows.
I would like to take my time looking around the table, see if there's anything that I might be able to identify as poison.
Okay.
I have really weird visibility.
Yeah.
Same.
I can see like triangles of small
Of
Yeah,
light?
I see the triangles
space
too.
and nothing
Yeah.
else.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on. So there's a weird thing with the way this particular map was designed, like the structure of it, the way it interacts with light. And so there's a bunch of shadows that are getting cast. So I think if I throw in some extra, so what might help with that is if you just pull yourself into the room all the way.
Well, that's what I was trying to do, but I didn't really get much. Okay, there we go. Now there's a thing in there that's.
Yeah.
Now I can see. Because when I pulled myself into the room, and I was still like, I was mostly in darkness. I could barely see me.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay.
So now I can see.
There we go.
That torch helped.
Right. Okay.
All right, dark vision. That's why I could see. I forget
Right.
these things.
Yes. It's like, what do you mean? I can see perfectly. I think. Oh, Kurtanis is. I think you still have the light spell or something on one of your blades. So which is why when you move around, it lights up. So that's why you can physically see. That's why you couldn't see until. Anyways, So there's a large work table with a bunch of alchemical equipment on it. Go ahead and give me a investigation roll if you want to specifically look for poison.
Okay. Hold on. This is why I need a bigger space, because I have such a small space to roll them that just goes on the floor. Nope.
No.
No, that's a
So,
one.
Okay, yeah, you have no idea what any of this stuff is. These trays, by the way, are like $12 at Target,
Yeah.
maybe 12,
That's
15.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look into that because.
So what are the? So there's the big table in the middle. What are the tables on the wall?
So those are racks
Okay.
that have all kinds of ingredients of various stripes. Do any of you have any ranks in Arcana? Because there
I have
look
a
to be some
+1.
sort of, huh?
I have
I
I
+1,
technically.
but it's not proficiency.
Oh,
Yeah,
I used the wrong word. Ranks is a 3rd edition thing. Are any of you proficient in Arcana?
I
think-
get my
I think Elias
jack
was the
of
one who
all
did.
trades, but I don't have an actual proficiency in it.
Okay. All right. So Elias. So let's see. I can actually look and see if anyone in the party has ranks in. Oh, I don't know if Elias has his character sheet. Nope, he does. Nope, no Arcana. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure
get
Wander does, but she's not here. Let's try Briella.
Sorry. Yeah, Wander does actually.
Maybe
Nope.
maybe when I hit rank 3, go College of Lore, I'll take Arcana.
Right. Oh, but you're a bard. You can do things even though you're not skilled, right?
I do have jack of all trades. That's what I was
Oh,
saying.
okay. All right. I forgot that.
I'm not
So,
technically proficient, but I have jack of all trades.
all right. I would say that's fine.
Okay.
But
So
go ahead
roll
and
Arcana?
give me a roll anyways, just
Okay.
to see.
See
In
how-
Arcana.
Yeah.
Right.
18.
Okay, that's more than enough. So looking through the notes and the ingredients on the table, it looks as if this is a setup that someone put together to brew potions of invisibility.
Oh dear.
Based on the notes, has so far been unsuccessful.
Okay.
But there are a number of most of the ingredients on the table and the racks behind are sort of mundane, simple ingredients without much value. But going through what is there, you do actually find 3 specific items. Looking at my notes, 3 small vials, 1 of mercury, 1 of dragon bile, and 1 of powdered nightshade. Each of those are probably worth something to an alchemist or a mage or someone who needs rare spell ingredients.
So 1 vial mercury.
Right.
Dragon bile and powdered nightshade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I don't know if any of you speak Dwarvish, but there is a book that looks to be in Dwarvish on the table as well.
I've got Undercommon and Thieves' Cant.
Yeah.
Nope.
It looks it's not like any of the other books here. So it doesn't look like it's normal notes.
If anything, we find our benefactor, yeah, he can probably read it to us.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we
where
take the
you
book?
takes the vials
Okay.
to potentially sell, or
Are
Right.
you gonna note the book as well, Maria?
yeah. We don't know what the book is.
We don't know what it is, so we'll just take it and have someone else look at it later.
Right.
Book
Everything
and-
else looks pretty generic and mundane. But as you're kind of like moving throughout the room, you notice that the rat that scurried under the table has kind of emerged a little bit and is sitting at the foot of the table, kind of observing you.
Like,
Part of me wants to say
kick the
Cortana does
rat.
not like dirty stuff and might try to get rid of the rat.
I'm just gonna punt the rat.
poke the rat.
Poke it,
Rat punting. Punt.
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 That's right, punch.
So like you're gonna go to
Kick it.
kick it.
Go
Oh,
like
okay,
that.
sure.
Punt it across the room. Boom.
Sure.
And try to like bat it at the time, like boom.
Yeah, so you go to kick it. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Is that plus anything or just a straight D20?
I would say you're not proficient in this, but just give me a straight d20.
That's a 19.
Yeah. So you see the rat. It like sees your foot coming, but it's not quick enough to get out of the way, and you just hear a squeak. It flies up, hits the back wall, and then kind of like falls to the ground, thumps, and then it just disappears.
Well, that's
Pull one
Wait,
dagger.
just like
Like it
Poof?
poof, like literally just disappeared from existence. It kind of like laid, and it kind of like, and then disappeared.
I pull a dagger. I'm holding a dagger.
There's like magic rats. That's fun.
I'm gonna
anyone know
rush to
such magic?
I'm gonna rush to the opposite door and listen there.
Does Weirya know about that? She seemed to know about the potions.
That's where you know about magic rats.
Are you proficient in magic rats?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, I guess, if you want to.
Another Arcana check.
Another Arcana check, sure. Jack of all trades, you know a little bit about everything.
I do know a little bit about everything.
Sure.
17.
Okay. You know that sometimes wizards keep small animals as familiars, and they're oftentimes when they're a familiar long enough, they'll gain the it's not like they gain magic powers, but oftentimes wizards can communicate with their familiars telepathically, talk to them, and when a familiar is killed, it will, because they're summoned creatures, it will. You've heard stories of familiars who are summoned, and then when they're killed, instead of remaining where they are, they go back to wherever they came from.
Did Slurfians not say this
Here's the name of the wizard
was
here
led by
Gladstaff.
Glassstaff.
Gladstaff.
You said Gallstaff.
Gallstaff.
Looks
I'm
concerned and
Gallstaff,
says,
sorcerer of light.
Gladstaff,
You're into the door.
Gladstaff may know we're coming.
Yes, I am having that thought as well. What do you say
You-
we heard
you
things
don't-
along a little?
You don't hear anything on the other side of the door, by the way. You're listening.
Okay, so
He may
on that
know
note,
we are
rather
coming,
than
but if we have
going any
destroyed
further-
his familiar, he can no longer talk to it.
there's a good chance they know we're coming. That hallway back
We must
there,
make
I think it
haste.
leads back to the main cavern. Shall we try this door? Do we want to just hurry on ahead and just burn through this place as fast as we can?
'Tis the only option now.
Do we want to try this door? All right, I'm gonna try the door.
Sure. All right. If I can go, it's open. It opens up into a bedchamber. The walls have all been covered, like the stone walls have all been covered by like draping red cloths. It looks to be much cleaner and nicer than all of the other places you found. There's a nice bed, a writing table.
I'm gonna look and make sure that this place doesn't look trapped, because I am suspicious with this being a wizard's place.
Okay, give me a
yeah.
perception roll as you search for a trap.
18.
18. You don't find any traps, but you do catch out of the corner of your eye one of the drapes on the back wall is fluttering a little bit.
I'm gonna go to it
and it looks as if there's
peek around.
Yeah, there's a it looks like there's a secret door that's been left open, and you can see a stairwell.
I gesture to the others.
Dots will quickly follow.
I'm gonna check the desk as well.
Sure. So as you kind of hold on, just to while Velis is gone and she's like opening up the door, kind of peeking through. Weirya and Kratonus, what would you like to?
Kratonus just been kind of studying this room really quick, checking.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Velis seems to have found a secret door.
yeah.
Should be following towards that, especially if there was
Right.
if he mentioned fluttering.
Yeah. The pardon me. It looks like the contents of the desk had been thrown about. It looks like the drawers are all hanging open. It looks like someone grabbed a bunch of stuff and left in a very big hurry.
So Chase going, Katana's just running, grabbing like a torch.
So we're
You've
going
got
after
lit
it?
up sword.
No, that's true. Yeah, she is lit up.
You do have a lit up sword.
Run.
So yeah,
Right.
I mean,
All right.
Right
All
down the
right.
stairs.
I guess we're going.
Cortana
Okay.
is going, so
I
Cortanus
guess
takes
we're following
off.
Cortana's.
where follows because
All right, hold on a second. Let me make
Dash like
sure.
hell.
Advanced. All players see light. Emits light. 40.
Velas is
Okay.
swearing under his breath in Undercommon, for the record.
Okay, Cortanus. You weren't set up properly before, but I believe I've now got you set up to where you're emitting light on the gameplay field.
Okay.
So let's go.
Go down.
Okay, and then Wuria, I just gave you sight. I don't think that your tokens were set up properly before. Okay, so I'm going to drag a couple of torches around. So, Cortanus, you pound up the stairs, and it looks like there's another secret door at the top. And as you run into it, you quickly see what looks to be like a storage area. On your right is the natural cavern, sort of like the far end. And a storage area filled with boxes and crates and stuff.
You hear anyone running or any like sounds of footsteps or?
Go ahead and give me a perception.
Okay.
And then also, if I can get an athletics check from everyone who is running.
So, let's see.
I need my sheet. I didn't roll
think
badly.
I think I get a
Athletics?
instead of a -1 on athletics, I get a 0 on athletics.
So my perception is 16.
Okay.
My athletics is a 16.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. So, Wuria, as you've run up these stairs, you're kind of beginning to get a little bit winded. It's been a while since you've been this physically active. Cortanus, you don't hear anything other than the heavy breathing of a very winded a halfling bard behind you.
Oh, no. Well, we've kind of been down that area before. It looked like where we've been before. What about around this corner up at the top?
I hold up a hand to Cortanus. There is some space that we haven't seen down there.
Down here is a passageway opposite where you came in.
I remembered seeing it. There could be more of them back that way, but
If they came
at this
down
point,
through here, my first thought was back in.
I don't think we have time at this point to go back where we came from. Just
no, I
be
just
aware.
meant over here.
Yeah, down here, just be aware that we may be leaving some behind us.
Well, I don't know
Keep
that we
our
have
eyes
time
open.
to go search for them, do we?
I agree. Just keep our eyes open.
So Wuria catches her breath a little.
Sure.
And slides this way quietly now that she's not.
Right. Oh, hey. So that secret door that is there is slightly ajar. As you step closer to it, see it there.
Yeah, she wouldn't be stepping closer towards it. She'd be running for it.
Right. Let me.
I actually can't see anything past right here.
Okay, let me switch my. Okay,
I'll
hold on.
slide down. So, is that a door? Okay.
Okay. I need to move the things that block light. So this door down here is slightly ajar.
What door?
Oops.
The one I just moved. So there's a door here.
Oh, okay. That door's slightly ajar.
Right.
Okay.
So there's here looks to be like it's as you run by, is a heavy locked door, and it's it's just a heavy locked door. The door down there was open. Cortanus, as you run into the room, you see. See if I'm on the right spot here. Here we go.
Wear your size a little as Cortanus just sort of keeps running, because even if they know they're coming, speeding is not necessarily the best option.
So as you are as you run into that room,
well, she's thinking that the person they were going for is escaping, so she's trying to chase them down.
You see this door down over here. It's still sort of like gently moving on its hinges. I'm going to keep it. It's technically open, but you can see that it's moving a little bit as if it was just recently disturbed. But as you enter the room, 3 skeletal remains that are sort of kind of like literally just propped up and tossed over a couple of sarcophagi all stand up as one and kind of turn to look at you as you enter the room. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
And this is why Waria was sighing a little.
24.
Wait, who said 24?
Kristen.
Oh, you already got it on your sheet. Okay.
See if I
12.
can get it. Okay.
So.
All right. I think you have the ability to edit the thing yourself too.
I do.
Mine just will not take.
Oh, okay. What do you roll?
Why? 17.
Okay.
I don't know why mine specifically just doesn't want to take, but it just.
Right. I need to pull up the monsters. Oh, here we go.
As the monsters appear and Cortanus runs ahead, whereas in the back she just sort of mutters, "And this is why running isn't the best answer, because now we have undead."
Okay, Velis, you go first.
Push past Cortanus with a particularly irritated undercommon swear and daggers at this guy.
Sure.
So, do I technically have sneak attack since she's within 5 feet of it?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. It's an 18. No, yes.
18 will definitely hit. These things are wearing like just scraps of whatever clothing they were buried in. The skeletons are old, rotted, decrepit, and practically falling apart.
Hopefully, Maggie gets on soon, and we'll have a cleric.
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Sure.
And then my second dagger is going to be 16 to hit.
Definitely hits. These are not hard to hit.
3 damage.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm going to disengage and duck back into the hallway. I'm going to press back against the wall so that I'm not in Waria's way.
Okay. So moving through other people, unless they're small, costs 5 feet of movement, and you can't move through enemies. I learned that the other week.
So that's technically 10,
with your disengage, you had plenty of time, or plenty of ability to do that. Okay, so the skeleton, they advanced forward, and with their scrabbling claws.
Have at the abominations. I got work to do.
Right. Yeah. So you're basically fending them off with your twin blades, and they're trying to reach you, but they can't quite seem to make it past your defenses.
We're pissed off at this. Like, she has better things to do than deal with these.
You can deal with undead.
Rachel will be joining us soon.
Oh, good. Both of them should be joining us soon, that means.
Yeah. So were ya? I'm sorry. I lost. I got a DM from Rachel, so I was trying to respond to it.
It's fine. So where these 3 undead surround Cortanus over here, and in a little bit of frustration, I'm going to try to cast Dissonant Whispers on. Well, I can on let's say this guy.
Okay.
And so he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That would be a 5.
That would be a fail. So he takes, let's see, 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
And must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from where you are.
Okay. You're
It will
probably
not
going to
move.
kill it with the damage roll, but we'll see.
So we'll find out. Either way. 3d6, so that is 12.
Yes. The bones, the magic power animating them seems to have been overwhelmed by your psychic attack, and it just sort of falls over.
Good. One less undead thing.
And Rachel, you are 2nd level.
She's not in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Needs to join voice, yeah.
Oh, I see. She's chatting. Okay. Let me make sure I spell this right. Is that Cortanus? Is that you making an attack?
Yep.
Okay. That is 5 points of damage to the one near you. All right.
It was 9 for the first one.
Yeah, so it's actually 14.
Oh, a total of 14 damage. I see. Okay. Great. Yeah, so you've hacked off a good portion of its rib cage and its arm, and it's kind of just got like one limb that it's striking at. And Velis, it is your turn again.
All right, I'm going to. Can I get on this side of this one? Is my
5,
movement
10,
further to-
15, 20, 25, 30. You'll use up all of your movement, but you
Okay.
would be able to get all the way around them.
Okay, I'm gonna do it for my sneak attack.
Sure.
So
You could also just go there. It is technically on a sarcophagus, and so it would take you
I'll hop up there.
most of your movement. I mean, standing on top of things seems to be working really well for you. You might want to
does.
continue.
Not for Elias.
I'll
but really,
hop up there. All right, so first dagger to the top one. No, we're gonna do first dagger to the bottom one.
Okay,
That's a 17 to hit,
definitely will hit.
and then there's my d4.
Now you do get sneak attack damage because it's being threatened by Cortanus. Okay.
So that's 10 damage,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna use my second dagger against the other one.
Okay.
That's 12.
That'll hit. And any damage you do is going to take it out. It was on its last leg.
That's a 1. But
But then, oh wait, hold on. Oh, you don't get your. Okay, it technically has 1 hit point left. I was figuring that with your attack modifier, it would do enough damage,
I
but I
don't
just
get an
realized.
attack modifier on this one. So
Yeah.
I rolled a 1. I did
Right.
1 damage.
So it is literally standing on its last leg, having both an arm and a leg removed. Okay, and that would make it the skeleton's turn. It will try, likely in vain, to strike out at Cortanus. Oh, 16.
16? No.
No? Okay. Yeah, you're wearing heavier armor, aren't you? Velis, the one in front
That's
of
just
you
really
gets
good
an
dex.
18, which I think is enough to hit, yes?
Yes, that hits.
Okay. I mean, it's basically just reaching out with a clawed hand. and you take 5 points of damage.
How much?
5.
Okay.
Is that a Rachel?
Alright.
We don't hear you yet.
I
Oh.
am such a derp face because I was in Roll20 thinking, why can't I hear people? And then I forgot we're using Discord for audio.
Oh
Yes, we
no.
are.
Sorry.
How does this sound? Because this is like with a built-in mic similar to like Apple
You're good.
headphones.
You're fine.
I
Okay.
mean, it's a
You're
little
fine.
echoey, but we can hear it just fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Though your
Okay.
camera is cutting off most of your face.
Right.
I usually do that. I don't care
Okay.
because my room is a fucking mess. And I get to show off my cool break bills pennant.
So which of our undead friends have they been beating up on?
Okay, so this one here on the top is on
Okay.
its last leg.
Okay.
But they're both roughed up pretty badly.
Okay, well then I'm on the pan.
Me?
So
All right.
we're just gonna slide to where she can sort of actually see these guys a little better.
Right.
And then I'm gonna sling the one on his last legs.
Okay.
Might as well do that. That is a team to hit.
A what to hit?
13.
13 will definitely hit, and any damage will be enough to take it out.
All right. Well then, 2.
All right. 2. All right. It crumbles to the ground. Eerily quiet, other than the jingle of bones. You're normally used to hearing like, oh, ah, ah, as you're like things get stabbed, but these are just utterly silent. Just occasional creak of bone.
Oh, that's pleasant.
Hmm. Next is Cortanus.
Alright. Let's knock out this one then. Alright. Hopefully. So 12?
That's enough to hit.
Well,
No,
I
it's
mean
in the
both
chat.
12 damage.
Oh, 12 damage. Oh, I see. I thought I keep expecting like a sound effect to happen when something happens in this chat, but it doesn't.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's
It
enough
normally
to
does for me.
keep slay
Usually
it.
goes whoop.
Yeah, I heard it.
Huh.
I didn't.
Oh,
but I have no.
I think
I
I've-
found off.
I might have sound off on my DM thing so I can hear the Discord better. But no, that's enough.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, so funny story, guys. I've been forgetting to add my dexterity modifier to all my damage rolls.
Oh. Okay.
So I should be doing 3 more points of damage to most things.
Excellent. You just got a lot more effective.
Yep.
Okay.
I was wondering about that
Hello.
actually.
Unfortunately, you can't use that with Vicious Mockery, or it would be amazing.
Yeah, but no.
Well, I think she already
What's up,
adds something.
Maggie?
Oh, are we all
Hey,
here?
welcome.
Hello. Huh? Yes.
Vela slit a
One
guy's
second.
throat.
My
It was cool.
lord!
Give me 1
we
second. To go.
killed some undead.
Oh, and I missed it.
You
Yeah.
did.
I
Thou art welcome, my lord.
rolled 2 natural 20s and 2 natural 1s so far.
Yay, statistics.
Now that they're all now that the undead are
Re-dead.
re-dead,
Cortanus has just been running
Re-dead.
through trying to figure out where the hell this person
looks
went.
at Cortanus and says,
Re-dead.
"Stop running ahead."
That would
Vela's
swish
turn to
the source of our,
Cortanus as well.
our to get away.
And is it worth it if you get us all killed?
Art thou injured?
Okay.
He pushes past her to go check the locked door that we found without saying anything else.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to unlock it.
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever you roll for Thieves' Tools.
Okay. Quick.
I actually have never rolled thieves' tools.
Yes.
so-
Okay, so now that we have everyone here, we can do a quick recap to catch them all up.
Quick question: Can people see my video?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, because when I looked at the recording from last week, it didn't show up. So I
Oh.
just wanted to.
I think I could see you last week, so I don't know why, but
That's weird.
That's weird.
then again,
Okay.
I wasn't.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm not-
Okay.
It doesn't tell me what to.
All right.
Ability checks to disarm traps or open locks.
So I'm guessing it would be a sleight of hand check plus an extra 2 since I have Thieves' Tools proficiency.
Right. So you'd be able
So
to
it's
add your
actually like a
proficiency.
plus 10. So add my sleight of hand proficiency and my Thieves'
Well,
Tools
your sleight of
proficiency.
hand. I don't think you'd add them together.
Because I'm proficient in both.
Yeah, but only I think one would apply.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll just roll and add my +8 for sleight of hand then.
Sure.
But as a recap, we basically just went
15.
in, killed a bunch of
Okay,
guys
so
around
it's-
a table, and
It's basically
this.
it's a dexterity check where you get to add your proficiency modifier because you're using your thieves' tools.
Yeah,
Oh,
basically.
so it's not a sleight of hand.
Yeah, if you were not proficient in these tools, you would not get any modifier whatsoever. It would be straight up, I think, whatever your roll is.
Right. I'd also probably give you a disadvantage because you would be like using a stick, which is not appropriate to pick a lock.
I have these tools.
Yes, which means you have tools that use your proficiency modifier.
you're saying for people who tried to do that without Thieves' Tools
Yeah.
proficiency.
So not
Oh,
only
okay.
would they not be as proficient because they're not proficient in using sticks to open locks, they'd be doing it at a disadvantage.
I see.
So whoever it is that was running is probably still running, and based on the still like slowly rotating door down to south there, they seem to have gone that way. Velis had gone back down the stairs to. Let me change what layer. There we go. That I can see much better. To check out that door. But what of the rest of you going to do? So I'll recap a little bit more. So you finished a fight with a couple of bugbears, and then you ambushed a group of red brands who were sitting around a table playing what looked to be some kind of game of some sort. Quickly took them out, taking all of the accumulated money that they had been gambling with on the table. Moved a little bit further. Here, I'm going to move everyone. So I don't know if you can all see that. Can everyone see that? Oh, hold on. There we go. And then they explored a workshop of sorts. It was like an alchemy laboratory, where there was a small rat that was following them around. Velis hunted it against the wall, where it died and then disappeared in a puff of smoke magic, which led them to believe that its master was somewhere nearby. They came then into this nicely appointed bedroom that looked to have been vacated in a hurry. And then that's what started a chase up these stairs. Let me move these. Okay, so I've been moving some lights, so you should be able to see a little bit more through this storage area and then into this other secret room where everyone's kind of huddled now. And then as they burst into this room here, there were 3 skeletons that were sort of leaning against those sarcophagi that animated and moved to attack. And they just finished putting the skeletons down. And now here we are.
Frustrated because it took up time that they could be using to chase down this guy. She's trying to
And
catch up.
Velis is snapping at Cortanas for running ahead.
Where he is also,
Of course.
visibly displeased at Cortanas for running ahead.
For trying to catch up with the person we're chasing.
So
and triggering
Yes.
undead.
I think those are going to get triggered either way, or he was going to get away.
So it's been a few moments since the undead have fallen. What are you going to do?
Trying to figure out where this person might have gone.
Judging by this door down here being open, that looks the most likely.
Head towards that one.
Okay. What is everyone else going to do?
Bellis is back there trying that lock.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Cortana.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should be able to grab your tokens and stuff. So Cortanus, you open up these double doors, and here we go. Let me move that out of the way. Okay, so as you make it down there, Velis, did you roll a dexterity check? Oh, 14 at 15, rolled a 7 plus 5 dex plus 2 thief tools. Oh yeah, that's more than sufficient to get in. It's not a very complicated lock.
Okay.
So as you open up the door and kind of look inside, okay, yeah, I've moved that. So this looks to be like an armory of sorts. There's weapons and armor. Looks like they've been stockpiling a number of weapons, and then you see a bunch of cloaks, sort of those red cloaks that they wear. The red brand they apparently named themselves after the scarlet cloaks that they all have. There's a whole bunch of them all hanging on pegs in the room.
Quick housekeeping question: Are
Yes.
we using fixed values for hit points?
If fixed is your maximum that you get, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just whatever, and you don't roll. Just get your maximum hit points. Kind of like how you get max at first level, I just give that to you every level.
Okay, cool. That gives me 20 hit points, just to let you know.
Okay. That way, I can be a little bit more. I don't have to pay so close attention when I create traps and monsters and encounters and things that I don't accidentally one-shot you with a single critical hit. Yeah, my brother used to do that too, except he would also maximize the hit points of all of the monsters, which is a much different situation. Okay, so Velis, everyone else has kind of run up the stairs. Or no, there's no stairs. It's just a hallway there.
He's already snapped at Cortanus for running ahead once. He gives no fucks, and he's going to check around to see if anything looks interesting to him.
Okay. Cortanus, as you run down that hallway, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Weary is sort of looking back towards where Velis is and over towards where
This is why you don't abandon your rogue.
Is running off again and is like, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens.
14.
14. Okay.
I mean,
so, all right. So that large dotted line area is a pit that opens up beneath you as you are running across. And it basically all the flagstones, they crumble. And they're like a really thin layer over a pit. And you fall about 20 feet in the pit. And I need... Do I really... Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, where's all my D6s? And you take 7 points of damage as you fall prone on the ground. So the rest of you, those of you who didn't actually physically see Cortanus fall through, hear as yeah, and then thunk.
boom. Oh no.
Weary sighs again.
You all right?
Also, when that happened, Wuria, on the other side of the door, right here, right about the same time that you hear Cortanus exclaim, you hear what sounds like a bell or some sort of gong, and coming from the other side of that door.
Well, so Weria moves over to, so Elias and Briella are still, right?
Yeah,
I would presuming that they were running and kind of keeping up with Cortanus. They were just a little ways behind. Okay. But then you sort of see her fall into the pit.
Well, so if they're still within like easy sight of Weria, she's gonna head towards them and say, and tell them what she just heard, because that's a good thing to know. that
Okay.
there's a gong over there.
Oh.
And then slide, she doesn't want to do it too loudly, which is why she's coming down here. Then she's going to slide back over towards that door where she just heard it and see if she can hear anything.
Okay. Velis, what are you doing?
I'm checking the room for anything.
Gonna spend some time searching the room?
Just a little, not long. A quick look over for anything, maybe any fine equipment or anything that looks valuable.
Anything that's not like rusted and whatnot. Go ahead and roll an investigation for me.
I did it again.
Natural 1?
That's a 20.
Oh, okay.
That's my third tonight.
You don't actually find much of that seems of value, other than just like some your pick of any kind of standard weapons. They've got some blades and bows, some sets of leather armor, and a bunch of these red cloaks. There isn't so much. There isn't too much actually here.
Okay. I'm just gonna head out and start moving toward the others then.
Okay. Elias and Briella, what are you doing?
Can I move up and try to help Cortanas out of the pit?
Sure. Okay. Briella, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna help for now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you move up to the edge of the pit,
that's good. I'm pretty sure she's heavier than me.
Okay. You hear a door over in this direction. Sort of, you can hear it slam, and the sound of footsteps running closer. Wuria, you see this door. You're kind of like about ready to listen, and there, right on the other side, as the door kind of opens, like right in front of you, is another one of those red brands. And he seems kind of surprised to see you immediately right there, but he's got a sword right in his hand.
Oh, fun!
Yeah. And I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, half just to bring you up to speed. I went ahead and leveled up my character. I'm taking the defense fighting style. So since I'm wearing armor, that's another +1 to my AC. And then I also know 2 level 1 spells, and I'll get those in as soon as I can. But it's Cure Wounds and Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Oh, hey, the turn order actually took my initiative this time. I rolled 6.
Yay.
If you don't select your token when you make the roll, it won't do anything.
And I think that may be what was happening.
Okay.
Even though I'm trying to select my token, I don't think I can.
Right.
Let me see.
You should be able to select your token.
Yeah, no, previously. I think I thought I had it selected and I did.
Okay, so just for edification, even though my sheet says 16, I have a 17 AC.
Oh, right, because it's not reflecting the numbers and stuff. That's fine. I'm just going to ask you for it anyways. All right.
Yeah.
Several of us are having problems with the roll sheet. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
I
a little
still need to actually
wonky.
figure mine out. It's being weird.
I haven't had so much problems with the sheet anymore since that first little issue, but it's mostly Roll20 itself is just being really laggy for me right now.
Yeah.
Except for everyone's video. You guys are fine.
Yay! That's something.
Oh, wow. So you're going first? No, Cortanas is going first.
Okay.
All right. We're missing someone. Elias.
Yeah. And I don't know if.
Do you have a character sheet in Roll20?
I do. I want to make sure everything is okay. Let me see. Is that gonna?
Yep. 9.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
That's sad. Yeah. So I can at least roll initiative through the character sheet.
I'm going to go grab something, but I have my phone with here, you guys. I just won't see you.
No worries. Okay. Cortanas. Fallen, kind of, you're prone, so that will take half your movement to stand up, and then it would take
You guys
your
mostly have to use the dash action to get up then.
right. You're gonna have to basically spend your entire turn climbing out. And I think climb is an actual roll. Is it, or is it no? It'd just be an athletics.
It'd be athletics.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll athletics. It's a really rough pit. It's not really smooth or anything like that. And there's handholds and stuff, so it's not too difficult.
Which direction were like the footsteps coming from?
I'm sorry, there's a lot of noise there. What was that?
Which direction were the sound of the footsteps coming from?
Over here.
Which side of the pit? I don't see any.
The right, the other side.
Okay, so she's climbing up on that side.
Okay.
Oh.
So there is a thin ledge around the sides that you could, if you're trying to cross the pit, you don't have to, like, if you want to make a running leap, you can, but you can also kind of, if you take your time and kind of tiptoe along the edge, you can. For those of you who are not in the pit. All right, so what was your athletics check? Did you roll?
Yeah, athletics. 21.
Okay. Yeah, that's more than sufficient to climb out.
Hold on, if some of us are using real dice, I want to go get my dice.
Okay.
Sure.
I think all of us
yeah.
are
I
using
basically
real
only
dice
use
at this point.
only use roll 20 for the attacks because it calculates everything for me.
Yeah.
So for those of you, since Brielle is next, we'll take a moment here. Everyone who hasn't gone yet, think about what you want to do on your turn. Hold on. Why is this not represent character? Elias. Huh.
Okay, I have 2 questions while we're taking a break. The
Sure.
first one is going to be completely ridiculous. I'm just genuinely curious. Is there going to be experience for punting a rat into a wall?
No.
Okay. Because that would have made me laugh really hard, even if it was only like 1 experience
1
point.
EXP.
1 XP.
1 EXP.
That would have been
1
great
EXP
fun.
Half an
for
XP.
rat punting is a tagline
Rat
of this
punting.
campaign.
Rat hunting.
Rat punting world champion right here.
I'm sure you do a lot of rat punting in the Underdark.
Yeah.
Probably.
The rats are bigger though.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's much more impressive.
To him, that was just a baby mouse. He's like, what the fuck is
Also,
this thing?
well,
Hunt.
whereas the only one who can see these guys, she just sort of like, well, shit.
Yeah.
My other question was, would I be able to hear anything from out there from where I am? Would I be able to know? Would I have some audio representation that, hey, maybe something's going down?
You did hear a weird gong sound, and you hear some swearing.
Okay.
You have very good hearing, so I imagine you would be able to hear that.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, on your turn you can respond. Briella, now that you're back, what would you like to do?
Look at these shinies.
They're very shiny. This is my baby that keeps giving me natural 20s.
I am going to
My
take
blue
it.
one is still exiled.
You said it's on the. You said it's on the enemy is on the other side of the pit.
Yes.
Can I see it?
You don't see anything yet, but you can all hear the sound of footsteps, running footsteps.
Is there a role for me to be able to jump across 10 feet?
So you can either make an athletics check to run and jump across, or you can make an acrobatics check to sort of sidle along the edge where there's a thin, like, couple of inches on either side. So you can choose which one you would rather attempt.
Let's check which.
Yeah.
And they're both the same. So I'm going to try athletics and running and jumping.
Okay. Okay. What'd you get?
Hmm?
Oh, your audio cut out.
Yeah, your audio-
Sorry, I
can't hear you.
keep forgetting I'm pushed to talk.
Ah.
I got a total of 22.
Okay. Yeah. So you basically, without any effort whatsoever, practically just glide over the gap, and make it to the other side very, very easily. And so that's 5, 10, 15 feet of your movement. I'm not sure what you have left. Do you have control over your character? I think you do. Yes. Okay. So you don't need me to move her. But yeah, so that was. I think you have 10
I still
feet.
have 15 feet of movement.
Oh, you're Genasi, not a halfling,
No.
right? Okay. Okay. You have 15 feet of movement.
But wait, it should be 25 because I'm small, born Genasi.
Oh, you are small?
Well, you're a halfling, so yeah, it's small.
I forgot that I hadn't put small on my sheet, so I have 10 more feet.
Okay. Oh, I think you can all see that now. Yeah.
15 to leap over.
Right. 10 more feet.
Everything is glitching on my. Either way, I think I have 10 feet left. But
Yes. What would you like to do with your action? Since that was your movement.
Is that where the footsteps are coming from?
Yes.
I am going to. I still technically have my action, so I am going to hold my action to attack with my short bow as soon as I see it come here.
Okay. All right. Where ya?
Whereas like, well, they know I'm here.
They definitely know you're there.
So she just is like, screw it, and yells, help! Because she is the only one here right now. And I'm going to use I think I'm going to have to use a spell slot.
Sure.
And I'm going to try to cast Bane.
Okay.
Which
is that a attack? Does that require an attack roll?
It's an action, but it is a charisma. Up to three creatures that I can see within range have to make charisma saving throws.
Okay, so it's not an attack roll. Because if you make a spell attack in melee range, it's at disadvantage. But this is just a straight up spell.
This is just a spell.
Yeah.
All right. So 3
So it's
charisma
gonna be the three
checks.
that are closest to her.
Okay, and what's the DC?
How did I figure that out?
I think it's like 8 plus your. I don't know. What is your DC? Hold on, I've got a note.
Charisma modifier for bards. I know it's charisma.
Yeah, it's something plus your charisma modifier plus something else.
Okay.
Hold on.
It should be on the spell, shouldn't
Spell save. Yeah, it should be on the spell if you have that available.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it should be on it's the DC, but I don't have it on that. Let me see if it's on my.
8 plus your modifier plus the level of the spell.
Okay.
So what's your charisma modifier?
Charisma modifier is 3.
Okay, and the level of the spell is 1, so that's a total of 4. So that's a 12. Okay, so they need to get a 12. And what happens if they fail?
If they fail, anytime they make an attack roll, or saving throw before the spell ends, and it's a concentration spell of up to 1 minute.
Okay.
They must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Gotcha. So it's like kind of like a reverse.
It's a reverse bless.
Right.
Right.
It's a, oh crap, I've got like 3 people in me and I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You have a move action if you want.
I know.
You will provoke 1 attack of opportunity.
Right. But probably still better to get a little bit out of the way. So she is going to just back up.
Okay. You have 25 total feet of movement.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get like, I was here, so.
Okay. So that is a 17. And you take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
You need to make a concentration check. So that's a constant saving throw.
The concentrate. What saving throw?
A Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on your concentration spell, as you took damage when he stabbed you on your way out. It's for 4 damage, by the way.
Okay.
It was a 17 to hit, and I don't think your AC is that high.
No, my AC is 15.
Okay.
Oh, Rowan. I've actually rolled all the way off the table.
Reroll.
Impressive, because this is a wide table. 11.
That is enough. You need to get a 10, basically.
Okay.
Or half the damage, whichever is greater.
Okay.
So you maintain concentration on your spell. Velis, you hear Wuria shouting for help.
I'm going to use my bonus action to dash.
Okay, that's an immediate 30 feet of movement. Okay. You see her, she's like backpedaling away from the open door and a number of fellows. Oh, let me mark that they have a spell effect on them to help remind me.
All right, I'm gonna stand here actually.
Sure.
And I'm gonna yell back to the hallway because I don't think I would have heard anything from all the way down there from up there.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna yell back to the hallway, what the hell are you doing?
Okay. You're gonna take an action?
I'm going to hold my attack as well. If someone gets close, I'm gonna stab them.
Okay. All right, Elias. You hear commotion going on from both in front and behind you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Assist Weary, my lord. We have this.
All right, you guys, Briella, Cortana's, you've got whatever's about
and you don't
to come
have,
through.
and that way you don't have to jump over a pit.
You know, I actually might be not. Well, I don't want to
how
say
much
I
more
wouldn't be
movement
bad
would
at
it
jumping over a
have
pit. So can I get? So what? Each square is 5 feet.
Right.
Right.
Unless
okay.
you're clambering through someone or over difficult terrain.
Okay. So let's see. So 5.
Question: how much movement would it have at the top of the pit? It was like 20 feet, right? And I used half for.
Say that again.
I had used half my movement to get up out of the pit. How much would I?
It was a 20-foot deep pit, and you had to use your entire turn basically to climb out, not just.
Yeah.
I was curious using it like a dash action with.
Thank you. That was my wife.
Oh, too late.
She brought me pizza.
Oh.
Awesome.
Ooh, pizza.
Like homemade dough and everything.
Oh, is that what she was making before?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, she made donuts this morning. And this was some pizza dough from last week.
5, 10, 15.
And I am done doing my Laura Bailey.
All right,
If
Elias.
you actually get to see the beginning of Critical Role, she rolls all her dice and picks them out.
Yeah.
The ones that roll well.
One by one.
Wow.
Sounds like Laura, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I can get. I don't think I can get to where I could actually do something to those guys. They're still in the other room.
They're still in the other room,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. All right. I guess that would be what 5, 10. All right,
Diagonals
I'll
count
just-
only as 5, so.
5. Okay, yeah. So I guess for now, I'll just run in the other room and, yeah, I guess I'll also just hold my action until one of them. I want to.
So you can't really. So when
can
you
I
hold
just-
your action,
Yeah.
what you do is you define a trigger, and when that trigger occurs, then you take
Mhm.
your action.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So
like
so
what
what is
I
the
did.
trigger and what is the action?
when one of them comes through, I want to do a sacred flame on. I think. Am I close enough? Shit. What's the?
That's like
range on
20
that?
feet away. I think you're
Yeah,
fine.
you're fine.
I think. Yeah. Let me just double check.
Okay. All right. And now it's their turn.
Oh yeah, 60 feet. I'm good.
Okay.
Plenty of space.
So the first one steps through the door, which triggers your held action, so you can cast
Action.
Sacred Flame against
Sacred
it.
flame.
Wait. What about mine? What about mine?
No, it's a different area.
You're all the way in the other.
Yeah, this is the one in the other room.
The other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over here.
Huh?
Okay, never mind. Never
Okay.
mind.
Which I believe they.
You'll
just need-
definitely have one in front of you shortly.
Yeah.
I can just move one at a time.
Be patient.
No, I want to murder some things.
Oh, there'll be plenty to murder.
There's a lot
Murder.
of murder, it seems like.
I want to slit some of our throats. Come on.
Way too.
Okay.
All right. So
So-
he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it's not an. It's pretty.
It's
Wait.
not. It's not an attack roll. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Oh, okay.
The target gains no benefit from cover.
Now the Bane, if I'm not mistaken, reduces that by
yes,
1d4,
it
correct?
does.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. What is
I
the
might actually
DC?
hit something.
Oh, it doesn't matter what the DC is. He failed. So he. All right. So go ahead and roll your damage against that one.
Yes. Let me find my 8. Ugh. That is a
Yeah.
yes.
Bane was both a good oh shit reaction and also potentially handy.
Hey!
8? Oh,
I
right.
rolled an 8.
Yay!
Okay.
So
He
takes 8
charges
points of
into the
radiant
room.
damage.
Wielding actually 2 short swords, and as he stepped through, he basically just gets the blast of
Yeah.
bright, glowing, radiant fire in his face, and he screams, but he continues to run. And then as he steps in
That's
front of
my-
Velis, now your held action triggers, and you get an attack
Mhm.
against him. You can use sneak attack damage because he's being threatened by Wuria.
Okay.
This dude is not having a good day.
Oh gosh, no.
16 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And since this is main hand single attack, I get to add my +5, right?
Yes.
Okay. 10 damage.
Okay. So he basically impales himself on your dagger, and falls over.
Oh, good.
The other two, seeing what happened, don't really want to have too much of that, and so he steps forward, kind of like leaning out, and ducking behind this sarcophagus here, and he has a crossbow, and he shoots at Velis, and that is a 17 to hit.
Fuck, that's my AC.
Okay.
Was that minus the 1d4 for whatever
Oh, hold on.
were you?
Yay! Anything
That is
you roll
a
is under.
16 to hit. That's
Nope,
a miss?
does not
hit.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So the other one has a crossbow, and he fires at Wuria, and that is a 8 minus 2, 6. So yeah.
And misses.
So they're both taking
Thank you,
aim,
Wuria.
but There are like these dark spots in their vision that are just keeping them from being able to aim properly. Okay. Charging out here, you see a number of red brands advance. And as he gets into the range of your weapons, Briella, you can take your shot.
Except now he's too close, and I was hoping to get him when he was on the...
Oh, you had a ranged weapon equipped, or
Yeah.
ready, right? Okay, so as soon as he steps around the corner, now you can take your shot.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I tried pinging it.
You said
but I
short bow. I
Yeah,
just forgot.
and I tried pinging that square, and it was hard.
No worries.
I always drop D4 at some point during a game because I fidget
Okay.
with my dice.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, when you say dirty 20, does that mean that it's a natural 20 and it's a crit, or you just rolled a 20?
Assume
Just-
natural. Yeah, not
Just
natural.
rolled a total of 20, not
Okay,
a
that's more than enough to hit them. They're only wearing leather armor.
8
instead of
damage.
8 damage. Okay. Yeah, he takes a good shot right in the shoulder, but it's not enough to take him down as he runs up to you. Oh, actually, he's not. They don't have 2 short swords; they just have 1. But he takes a couple of swings, and that's going to be a 14 and a 20 against your AC.
Only 1 hits the 20.
Okay, that's 4 points of piercing damage as he strikes at you with his short sword. Behind him emerges another one coming around, and Cortanus. That's a 10 and a 17. I think the 17 does. No, you're 18, right? You've got heavy armor and a shield.
No,
No
17
shield.
is her armor class.
Okay,
She gets a +1 from dual wielder, but that's it.
gotcha. That's 7 points of slashing damage. Or technically, it's piercing damage because they're short swords. And then behind them, 2 more emerge, crossbows, and they each take a shot.
Oh, now it's a party.
Now it's a party.
We really
the
triggered a party here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
the
really
shot
trying to get
against
over there.
Cortanus goes wide, but Briella, you take another 6 points of piercing damage as the guy behind him shoots you with a crossbow.
Oh.
And they kind of come in. He kind of peeks his head around the corner to get a shot off.
Holy shit, guys.
There's so
I was really trying to get over and block that hallway, but I couldn't use more of my
Cortana,
money.
why do you run ahead?
Okay,
The fact that
Cortanus. That's
I wasn't able to run ahead was why they have so many here.
right.
That's
That's another 5, and then Briella, that misses you. Yeah, he's there. Fine. Okay, that's their turn. Cortanus, you've got a room full of bad in front of you. What would you like to do?
Hopefully have some less bad. Let's see how it works.
Sure.
If roll 20 will do anything.
Okay. All right, he takes 8, and oh, those are both the strikes. Okay, so basically you snicker snack him and he falls. Just because it's so busy, I'm just gonna take him off the board.
And just for my knowledge, it takes a full action to switch weapons, right? From range to melee?
No, I would say it would be a full action. No. I mean, you can basically drop your bow and pull out a blade. I would say you could do that as part of your movement if you wanted.
Quarterstaff?
Oh goodness, roll 20 just crashed.
Oh, we can still see you.
We can still see you.
Well, your
Okay.
DM cam didn't
Well-
crash, but your
Right.
Yeah.
My actual DM stuff crashed.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
more, it's not a blade, it's a quarterstaff, which is another 2-handed weapon.
I'm just gonna say it take your bonus action to do it, but it's not gonna take a full action to drop one weapon and pull out another.
Okay, good.
It would take a whole action, like if you had a shield and you wanted to like take the shield off and then get a ranged weapon, that would be a much different story. But you're basically, I mean, you generally kind of keep a staff or a sword or something to hand so that you can ready it quickly. So I'll look it up later, just for the sake of let's keep things moving.
Oh crap. Wait. It's still my turn, right? Can I would like to use my
Move?
bonus
You can
action.
move.
Bonus action to second wind.
Oh, yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Your health bar is kind of low there. Oh darn! I have a bunch of pop-out windows, and they all crashed too. All right,
dear.
so I gotta
Oh no.
open them up again, so I can actually see the
That was
stats and all
much
these
needed.
things. Oh, that's not good. Journal. I might need to exit the game and come back in. Hold on a second. Nothing was loading. So you took your second win. You got some hit points back. Let's see who's next. Briella.
Well, first of all, I'm going to use my bonus action to switch weapons.
Oh, right. We were discussing that.
Yeah.
And then bop the dude right in front of me on the head.
All right. Go for it. There we go. All right, what you got?
Oh, 5 damage.
All right. He has
Lit.
been bopped.
Little bunny foo-foo
Yeah.
hopping through the floor.
No, he's actually you broke his nose. He's bloody and bruised, and this is the one that you shot as he ran up to you. So he's hurt quite badly.
I'm still going to call myself Little Bunny Foo-Foo hopping through the forest.
Sure. All right, so that was your. I don't know if you're going to move, but otherwise it's going to be Wuria's turn.
I don't think I really can because the pit's behind me.
We're holding the line here.
Yeah. Right.
So I can cast a concentration spell without breaking concentration. Yes, I just looked that up. I think that's right.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Whoa, what?
I rolled athletics to leap across that pit, and I can just levitate across.
Oh well.
You
At
wanted to
least
be
you rolled
cool.
well.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was
yeah.
looking for.
So Wiria is going to look at the, most immediately visible dude, and she is going to. I'm gonna try to viciously mock him.
Okay. The one in the doorway there. Okay.
Yeah, the one.
I'm gonna pull more of them off the battlefield just to clean things up a little bit. Okay. That is a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Sure. All right.
Minus 1d4.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Minus
Minus
1d4.
1d4.
So that is a 13. I think that's your DC's 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he does not. He does make it.
All right. Well, that is that.
Okay. You can move, and you have a bonus action.
I have very little I can actually do on a bonus action.
Inspiration.
Sure.
But I am going to back up a little further.
Okay.
because
Yeah.
most of my
You can
stuff
give
is-
inspiration.
Oh, I can't give inspiration.
Yeah, you can inspire.
I don't know how. I know you get to use it a number of times equal to your charisma modifier
Right.
until you
So
take
I
another
used
short
it, I
rest
think, once last time.
on Velis. Yeah.
On Velis.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna give Velis more inspiration because Velis
All
is
right.
actually being helpful. I'm like,
All right.
Thanks.
Okay.
Love
Thanks.
you. Love you, Elias.
Uh-huh.
I mean, to be fair, I'm nowhere near Cortanus, so I'm obviously not.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you're about 30 feet away from Cortanus.
Okay. I'm
I'm going to hop up on the sarcophagus and run across it to stab this guy.
Sure.
That is a 17.
That will definitely hit.
Okay.
But you don't get sneak attack
I
damage.
don't get sneak attack.
There's nothing granting that. So
So that's 6 damage.
okay. And your second
and I'm
attack?
gonna second attack is the same guy. Oh, wrong guy here. That's a 19 to hit.
Still definitely hit.
And for another 2.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Stabby
gonna
stab.
disengage and back right up next to Elias here.
Okay. Elias.
All right. I guess I will that's what, 5, 10, just run up and attempt to hit that guy with my hammer.
Sure.
I'll say two-handed. If I actually manage to hit him, it'll be a D10.
Sure.
We'll find out.
They're not hard to hit.
But it's Elias.
Just don't
9?
use your blue die.
I didn't.
Oh, a
That's a
straight 9? No, that's not gonna hit though.
Yeah, 5 plus
Ah.
whatever. Yeah, my attack
All
bonus.
right.
Or no.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
no. I rolled a 5. I'm
Elias
not gonna-
here.
no.
You swing your hammer
I tried.
two-handed, but it's slow, and he dodges out of the way. But you do put a huge crack in the flagstone of the wall.
Meant to do that.
Stone chips sort of fly out. Okay, it is their
Warning shot.
turn. So this guy here, is going to drop his crossbow and pull out his short sword and swing at the person who ran in. But he's sort of just fumbling with his weapons, and he misses completely. The guy behind him will shoot you and miss. I'm not even rolling the extra d4s because it doesn't really matter. They're apparently your curse has affected the DM in addition to my monsters.
I am small and
That's
slippery
my
and
lord.
hard to hit.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy, he is going to disengage, and that will be it for his turn. This one runs up, like he looks like he's getting ahead of steam, and he's going to try and tackle you and throw you back into the pit. So, Cortanus, I need either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Can do.
You can sort of try and dodge out of the way or just straight up block him. He's trying to shove you back. Oh, you rolled. It's just not making any sense. No, that's a wisdom check.
No, there
That's
we
not a
go.
roll.
What's your wisdom check?
24 acrobatics.
Okay, so you basically, he tries to body check you into the pit and nimbly dodge out of his way. The other one runs
Can I just
forward.
like use my thing to like use his momentum to just get him to knock him hit?
Judo throw him.
He wasn't trying that hard to bull rush you. It was just
Okay.
taking a shove action. And the other one's going to do the same thing to you, Briella. So go ahead and make an acrobatics or a athletics check.
That would be hilarious if like she fails and then she's just levitating over the pit.
A 14.
Yeah, so he pushes against you, but you're both like, kung fuing your way out of those strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, he
really
took it.
half tempted after this to dual class in monk.
Could very well do that.
Where's
This
John
guy is
doing
going
this?
to shoot.
Yeah.
These are my metal dice, and they're completely failing me.
These are my Little Pony dice, and they are awesome.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try some.
This guy here rolled a natural 1 to shoot at Cortanus, meaning he just. And I say, hey, there's someone in between. I'll give him a 10% chance to hit the guy in the back, and he proceeded to shoot his friend in the back on a critical failure and roll max damage. So there you go.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
So yeah.
Because they killed themselves.
The guy just turns around. What the fuck, man?
This went from
wrong
like
with
an
you?
Thought you could hang.
incredibly threatening combat to like there's like it's just
A
the Keystone
comedy of
stop.
errors.
Do.
I was like, yeah, Yakety Sax is playing in the background.
That's
No, I
it.
like the,
Yakety
no, I like
Sax.
the hamster dance.
The hamster dance.
The hamster dance, yeah. That was what I reached for initially. Okay, Cortanus. The guy in front of you is bleeding and kind of like so you have this look of surprise. He's got this bolt and lower back from his supposed ally.
Is that enough
Okay.
to kill him?
Oh, it's enough to kill him.
Then she's going after the other guy.
Sure. The other one in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. How much damage?
I thought I'd pressed it.
It doesn't. Yeah, it didn't roll.
It's being super slow. There we go.
There
Okay.
it goes.
All right. So the offhand strike hits him, dealing damage, but not enough to take him down. You have a movement if you like.
Just holding the line here.
Sure. Okay. Briella.
We'll hold the line.
I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on the guy right in front of me
Sure.
because
That's a bonus.
Oh, actually, shit.
You really
Can I
are
get
channeling
another?
Laura Bailey.
Well, that's why I took Hunter's Mark because
Yeah.
I need this extra, and I
Right.
already rolled everything. I got a 15 to hit.
So I really
Okay, that's-
can I move around there? Like to the other side
To where?
of this guy? Like
Oh, move up.
just
Yeah,
like
you have
down there?
movement.
Okay.
As long as you don't leave anyone's melee
Yeah.
range, you don't provoke attacks of opportunity.
Okay. I just wanted to make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
they could get to Briella.
Yeah. So you advance forward. So this one.
Threaten them.
So all the three in front of you are all holding crossbows. So, anyways, they can pull weapons as a bonus action.
And I did 9 damage.
9 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's with Hunter's Mark, yes?
Yes, it's an
Okay.
extra d6.
Okay. Yeah, he goes down to one knee. You're hitting him with a quarterstaff, right?
Yeah.
So okay. So yeah, he's probably gonna have a concussion soon if he survives. Were ya?
All right.
You were up.
So. She is. I'm going to again attempt to viciously mock that
Sure.
guy who was come through the doorway.
All right. I'll roll my physical dice and that would be a 10. That's definitely a failure.
All right.
1d something.
Yes.
Hold on. Minus 1d4. So nope. He rolled a 7.
Well, either way, it hits.
Yeah.
So she's gonna sing. Somehow you're just a loser and you suck. There's no question about it. You could be a dog. And with that does 4 damage.
All right.
And he has disadvantage on his
Next attack roll.
next roll.
Okay. Yeah. So he's very confused and frustrated, and you can see he's just losing his cool and not quite keeping his head on straight. Are you going to move at all?
I'm
You don't have to. I'm just
actually gonna
reminding.
stay where I am.
okay.
Most of my stuff is ranged, and that gives me a little bit of space.
Okay. Velis.
I'm gonna hop back across the sarcophagus, and stab him.
Sure.
Stabby, stabby.
That's a 17 to hit.
Okay. And
I
you
love that I have so much dexterity that I can roll a 10 and still get a 17. It's fucking ridiculous.
yeah, that's why Liam O'Brien ends up getting like, oh, I rolled a 30. It's like, how?
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah.
I think he got
alright.
40 once. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think you did.
That is 14 damage.
Yeah, he goes down.
And my second attack, I'm gonna actually use the rest of a little bit more movement to hop down and stab this guy.
Sure.
So that is a 15 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. For 4 damage.
Okay.
I will disengage and just take 1 step back here.
Sure. Elias.
All right. Do I try hitting him again? Do I try hitting this
You can
dude?
do it! I have faith in you.
I believe in you, my lord.
You're from down the hallway, Cortanas is like,
Thou canst do it, my lord.
Alice is just gonna look at Elias and smile at him from beside him. So there's your encouragement.
there's my okay.
Right.
All right, I guess I'll try. I'll move up and I'll try to hit this dude.
You can do it.
I can do it. All right, I'm gonna try I'm gonna see what the pink one does.
So you're adding your proficiency modifier and your strength modifier, right? You are adding modifiers?
Yes.
Okay. You're just rolling as badly as I am.
I just rolled really badly last time. Son of a submariner. That's 10.
Seriously, just
Oh.
did you just make a Final Fantasy reference?
Yes.
I love you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
It's
a solid
okay. It's
10.
okay, Elias. At least you can heal us.
I can,
Yeah.
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 Do you really want me healing you?
Okay.
Yeah, you
Um,
can't
Alright.
accidentally hurt somebody while you're trying to heal them.
Which is good, because yeah.
That's yeah.
Alright, so he drops his crossbow to pull out his short sword. And he makes 2 attacks against you. And
Yep.
they're both Oh wait, hold on. No, that was a 19, but he subtracts he has to subtract
disadvantage.
4.
Oh no, that one.
No,
That one's
the other
dead. But this one's still
Okay.
effective, so he actually got a 15, which I don't think is enough to get Elias.
No, it is
Okay.
actually because I was
Oh.
using my hammer two-handed, which makes my AC 15.
Oh, okay, so he does get you. Take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
At least that's not too much
Alright.
damage.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, this guy here is going to just. I don't see these. Oh, he is the one who tried to push you, and it didn't seem to be very effective. So he's just going to make a strike against you, and that is an 11 against Briella's AC, which I don't think is enough. Okay, the rest of these guys will just make their attacks. So this guy pulls out his sword. That is a whole lot of fail. This guy. Okay, and then this guy, he pulls out his sword. All right, so out of those 6 sword strikes, as they've completely surrounded Cortanas,
She's just Matrix.
yeah, basically, it's just like clang, 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 clang. One of those strikes
Cortanas is
does
Neo.
manage to pierce your defenses, and you take 3 points of piercing damage. But yeah, no, they're all like just trying to get in, but you know, it's basically just this sword dance.
She's not even a
Well,
bard
that's
singer.
Clearly
impenetrable.
impenetrable. Their swords and like hitting each other's swords.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, it's like you've done a couple of those deflections where it's like one of them hits the other and they're just in each other's way. But it's now your turn. This guy and this guy are both seriously hurt.
I only saw
Which-
one of them.
Oh, basically the guy on either your left and right side. The one who's directly in front of you here, and the one behind you, are both uninjured.
Okay. So let's go after the one that's trying to mess with Briella first.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is. Oh wait, no. Okay, that's. Wait, 3 attacks? 4 attacks.
No.
Just the bottom
that
two.
Was for my
Just the bottom.
That was for my previous round.
Okay, that was just the bottom 2. Unfortunately, the first one is not enough to hit, but the second one will kill him.
Okay.
All right.
It becomes a little confusing when since only Cortanas is rolling attack. It looks like this is
Yeah,
all-
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's totally fine. It's totally fine.
She's staying in this spot and threatening everyone still.
Okay, Briella. Your turn.
Bonus action to switch Hunter's Mark to this one.
Sure. Oh yeah, when
And-
one guy dies, you could switch it, right?
Yeah, it's
Or
a
is that-
bonus action.
Okay. Okay.
I am also declaring that I am swinging my quarterstaff two-handed because it is a versatile weapon.
Okay, so you get to roll a higher damage die on it, right?
Yep, a D8 instead of a D6.
Okay.
Okay, I got a dirty 20.
That's more than enough to hit. How much damage?
Max damage at 15.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you basically crack him in the side of the head, and he's dazed. I'm just saying that he is. So he's confused, or not dazed, but he's practically incapacitated. Is there a little special icon for that? I'm looking for something. There. Sure. But yeah, he's just seeing stars. I mean, you basically took him down to 1 hit point in a single strike. So he's like leaning up against the wall and. Okay. Where ya?
So he's gonna come this way a little bit so she can see that guy a little better.
Sure.
Right now she's his sight, and she's going to sling shot him.
Okay.
Which is a total of 20 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And this time I'll actually add my dex mod.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
Which gives me a 6.
Okay. Right.
And she's going to use her bonus action to give her last bit of inspiration to Elias.
Okay.
Probably a good thing.
Thank you. I may need it. I'll probably definitely need it.
Velis.
Right, so this is 10. If I step up here.
Unfortunately, because they're fighting through that doorway, normally you can attack someone if they're like diagonal, except in this particular instance, it's through a door.
Right. I'm just thinking like.
You could throw one of your daggers.
So yeah, you probably throw one past Elias.
But my thinking is, if I start to step up, is it feasible that on my turn I will start to see that there are in fact other people in the room and be able to catch that and step back, or would I, planning to step through, just step all the way through?
Oh no, you know that there's other people in the room.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
I haven't said anything, but you can hear like some voices. Like now that
Okay.
it looks like you're winning, you can kind of hear them cheering you on, like "Yay, get him, kill
they're
him!"
cheering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh great! Then I'm going all the way the fuck in, and I'm gonna stab this bitch.
Unfortunately, you can't go through an enemy.
Oh shit! Can I? So I have to throw.
Right.
Okay.
Those people
fine.
that are in there are behind bars.
Oh, okay. I'm just.
I haven't really
Okay.
that is
explained that
helpful.
room
I
much.
wasn't
Fine.
sure if they were enemies or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's why I was being wary. Okay. That is a natural 20 again. What the actual fuck?
It will kill him. He does
You're
not have enough
balancing
hit points to survive that. But go ahead and roll damage.
I need to
just how
retire
much it
this
is.
die. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna put it aside because that's how many is that?
3 natural 20s to hit.
Oh
Yeah.
my
On the other
god!
hand, you did roll it,
I've rolled 2 natural ones as well.
so you are
Okay.
a little
Don't
bit balanced out.
retire a good die.
Yeah, don't retire that.
Okay.
Team.
Save it for
7,
special occasions.
9.
You're balancing out.
22
a lot.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
That's 22 damage. Yeah. I'm gonna. Yep. So.
He was
I
already hurt,
used-
and that's more than enough to finish him off.
I used 5 movement to get up this No, where was I? Whatever. Can I retrieve my dagger as the rest of my turn?
Yes.
Okay, I will do
And
that.
as you step in, you see 3 very filthy humans, very ratty, torn clothes. Looks like there's 2 children and an older woman.
Oh.
A young boy above you, and then a young girl, and then a mother. Based on the protective, like she's holding her daughter in front of her or behind her.
Well, we heard something about this, didn't we? Like a family got taken or they disappeared?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember hearing.
I didn't
Yeah.
write that down. Yes, I remember.
Okay, Elias, your turn.
Okay. Well, that was embarrassing. Um,
3 in one game though. What the fuck?
Take the dice gods.
That's the one that I
Yeah.
bought at the little game shop.
yeah.
Oh yes, the little convention center game shop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Elias, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to go. Do I go in here or should I? I don't. Could I? I could get farther enough down to try and help.
So despite how well they are doing, mathematically speaking, they are at a very large disadvantage. I
Yeah.
just happen to be rolling piss poor, but
They are
if
a number.
that changes, the situation where they're fighting could change
Could get.
quite drastically.
And
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm thinking.
The people who are being
They-
held, we
they
can
will-
go back and
They
get.
will keep for a minute. All right, I'm gonna. And
No.
Velas has got this, so clearly Velas has got this situation handled. So I'm gonna go 10, 15, 20, 20. All right, so I think I can get like there.
Don't know
within
where
my
there is.
movement. Oh, right there. Sorry, I forgot you couldn't see me moving it.
You can get 5 more feet
Okay.
to the edge of the pit.
All right, I'll move up to the edge of the pit, and I'm not gonna blow a spell slot because I don't trust myself. So I'm gonna. Hit this dude that's see if I can do a sacred flame.
Okay.
On
Is that a
him.
spell attack? Or is that a...
That is a dexterity save from
Okay.
the.
Okay. I'm not sure what technically condition I gave him. Let's see here. What's that say? You automatically fail for strength and dexterity saving throws. Okay, so he fails.
Okay. That is a
Because he's stunned.
He's stunned. Okay, so that's a D8.
Right. And you
Rolled another
only needed 1.
Okay, cool.
All
right. Collapses.
See,
the ground.
Elias, you can do things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
You just can't do attack rolls.
I just can't
Well, that
hit
was
things.
amazing.
You have inspiration now.
Thank you, Cortana. I do. Is that a D6?
6.
Okay.
You can add a d6 to an attack roll, an ability
Roll
check,
to
or a
do check.
saving.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. These two ruffians.
Is 3?
Huh?
No, I'm
Bar-
level 2 still.
Okay,
We're all level 2.
if it's level 2, then you can't add it to an attack roll. I didn't think.
I don't remember that. Let me check.
Because combat inspiration is a level 3 bard
Come on.
thing.
Oh.
None of us were aware of that, so that's fun.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Someone can go look that up. All right.
I think Drew should.
All right. So the healthy-looking guy does manage to hit Cortanus with a 19, and he rolls a 1 and deals 3 points of damage because not a single. He's the only one who has hit you, and he's rolled a 1 for damage both times.
It just says
Okay.
All bardic inspiration says doesn't say anything about levels for what it can be used on. The level only determines what dice it is, according to the handbook.
Okay.
I'm gonna look it up because I could
inspiration
swear,
can
unless
inspire
it's just an Adventurers League thing.
To do so, bonus action, blah, blah, blah. Creature gains 1 bardic inspiration die. Once within the next 10 minutes, the creature can roll the die and add the number 1 ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Maybe
Before the
it's
DM
damage is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
that might be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically you can only add it to when you make a d20 roll.
Because I think the damage thing is the College of Valor thing.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
only like it adds to
yeah.
damage die or AC.
Okay, Cortanus.
Yeah, combat inspiration,
Alright.
the College of Valor thing. damage.
Do this.
The guy standing in the doorway to your south, or to the bottom, is uninjured. And the guy against the wall in the corner is severely injured.
Alright. Let's just deal with that first.
Okay. Was that both hits? No.
That's
that was
one.
just one. Yeah, no, that's enough to take him out.
And then switch to the other one. No.
That is enough to hit, and he takes 9 damage.
Not
Right.
high AC.
No, they're
Thou
not
shalt
wearing.
not pass!
Yeah. All right, Briella. There is one left standing.
Am I able to grab my short bow, or can we assume I already did that?
Oh yeah, no, you can.
Or
grab
that
I would say
then I'm gonna.
as a bonus action, you could reach down, grab it. Yeah, but that's fine.
Okay, then yeah, that's. Or actually, oh wait, no, because for my bonus action, I want to move Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
From where I currently. Oh gosh, this is gonna be difficult.
That's not a
I
door.
wanna
That's
move
just
Hunter-
a passage. So if you moved up, you could hit him with your staff.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Okay. Because you could then spend your bonus action to move Hunter's Mark. And then just move up and hit him.
Oh wait, no, I just crit.
Okay, he's dead.
Yeah, because I was swinging it two-handed if possible.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's 2d8 plus your modifiers. That's more than enough to kill him.
Plus a d6.
Right.
And I got max damage on the d8.
Yeah. He's paced. Okay. All right. That you have eliminated all of the foes from the battlefield. I'll let you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to take a quick break, and maybe you can have a discussion as to what your next steps will be. I'll be right back.
Everything.
And help the poor people who are locked up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just like
Those
looking
is
past the
around-
hallway and
Yeah.
just slams like one of the sides of her blades into the wall and ah!
Velis is
Good.
actually gonna end up talking to these people, but loot everything.
Yeah.
Loot it.
Yeah, I mean-
We didn't loot the skeletons either. I want to loot.
Uh-huh.
Because Cortanus just kept running.
We kept running.
She is like really upset that it took this long to get through like all these people. Like
We got
looking into the other
attacked
room for any
by, like,
sign of things and just being super
10
frustrated.
people.
That was a lot of people. That was a
It
big
was.
fight. I was a little scared when they all started showing up.
Yeah.
Could have
Hey,
gone back.
I was a little scared by myself, and there were some dudes. And since I didn't actually know that the people in the other people in there were like prisoners, I was
Oh yeah, I thought
Oh yeah.
they were gonna be villains too. I was like, oh shit.
yeah, no, same.
Also, just really
Yeah.
glad that I can bonus action dash to get back there as fast as I did.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
I
sorry
appreciate
guys
that.
for all that, but
I-
Cortanus has a
that is
reason for doing
ridiculous,
that.
though.
That wasn't just me doing that. She had a reason for that.
So
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
So Wiria is probably
How?
going to, unless someone yells for her to do something, is probably going to follow Velis into the room with the prisoners because she is a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Did anyone yell anything?
Yeah,
I'm assuming that Elias could see when he was, in the doorway getting hit by people.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
That there were some,
Oh, look, it can roll ones, guys.
Well, you did. You rolled 2.
Well, yeah, I mean,
One.
you've rolled
Yeah, I
one
did.
before.
No, I'm test rolling it to see how ridiculous it is, and it's rolling very even now.
You just had
there's
really
another
good
20.
luck. It happens sometimes.
Apparently.
I mean, I was playing around with the dice earlier with the same guy I've been rolling most of the night earlier, and I rolled like all 3s and 20s for some reason. I haven't rolled a 3 or a 20 all night. So it was really funny. I was like, okay, 3, 20, 3, 20. And then no, I haven't rolled either of those all night. All right.
I actually have had a few crappy rolls. You just don't know it because my dex modifier is so high that it's making up for it.
Yeah,
Isn't this pretty?
That is an advantage.
It is
right?
pretty.
Like,
Yes.
Pretty.
it's like I'm on certain things I'm safe from rolling a
I should
1
try rolling on
because I have
something else.
halfling luck and I can
Okay.
basically re-roll a crit 1 on certain things.
Okay, but seriously, I just started to roll,
Alright,
like,
rolling on
it
this.
almost landed on a 16 and then just tipped back and went to a 20.
Alright, cool.
It likes you, Jay.
It does, and then it goes and does a 5. I just... I'm gonna check my other ones.
That moment when you find out you had your last character's last name typoed on screen.
Apparently the Wander die cannot roll anything above a 10.
Well,
Seriously, all these times I'm rolling it. Oh, there's an 18, finally.
Yeah.
I'm
glad I
almost
didn't
all
realize.
single digits.
I'm glad I now realize I'm supposed to add my dex modifier to
Yeah.
slingshot. That's handy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try rolling on, like, my little lap art desk instead of my dice box, because I think that... I'm gonna see if that was the problem.
Yeah, I relocated.
For some reason, it doesn't like my box.
I relocated to my sewing area because you'll Aaron realize this, but you will also recognize. I moved that couch, like that couch futon thing I have,
Yeah.
back against the back wall in my sewing room.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering, I was like, that looks like your couch, but there wasn't a window behind it last time I saw it.
Yeah. I
By the way,
Thank you all for waiting.
A comfortable
By the
place
way,
to sit in my
Nice.
sewing
did
room.
Nice.
I added another signature to my dice tray. I now have
Very
the
nice.
blessings of Ivan Van Norman.
All right.
Good.
So Waria is gonna, because she saw all the prisoners when she was in that doorway real quick.
Yeah.
So since no one seems to be screaming for help from our folks, she's going to head in there with Valis.
Cortana's just checking this area over here just to make sure nobody else is coming.
I also
nobody
want to
else
use
is running.
I want to use a first level spell slot on myself and cure wounds, so I get 1d8 back.
Okay.
Yeah,
And so
Were you going to scout out Cortanas?
Cortana's just checking this on the other side of the doorway, or not doorway, the passageway here, just to make sure there wasn't anyone else like coming from
Yeah,
Okay.
ways.
Cortanas, where are you at as far as health? Should
Should
I heal you before you run off again?
She is at, once this thing sets itself down and stops lagging, I will know 12, but that's fine. That's like over half, I think.
Okay.
Or that's a little bit under half. But
I mean, I
Hopefully
could
Cortanas-
shout a healing word across the pit.
that's all right. She's not running. She's just checking the other side for like people, because
Okay.
she's just really
Okay,
frustrated
Oh,
looking
and-
otherwise. She's just like angry that
Just-
that happened.
Just to be thorough, I'm picking up my short bow off the ground.
No worries.
Valis
Okay.
is approaching the mother and child now that things have calmed down as he sheathes his daggers.
As long as things calm down, she'll come back and get on the other side
Okay.
of the pit and join everyone else.
Okay. If you want to cross the pit and you're not in a hurry, you can take your time and get across without rolling. It just takes longer to move slowly and carefully. So just for the sake of not having to make rolls as you walk around, since there's no pressure on you and you're not trying to be fast, just consider it to not be there for the time being.
Yeah.
You didn't see or hear anyone, but when you stepped through, it was kind of opened up into a large room. It looked to be like a bunch of more barrels and things like that. There's a couple of open doors, but no sound other than the sounds of sort of water coming in from an underground cistern.
Okay.
Um,
And she just
like
came over to the
a
other
pool.
side of the pit and
Okay.
kind of frowned at Elias and lowered
Okay.
her head. Forgive me, my lord.
Okay, so
Oh, no, it's cool. I'm used to it.
Being
Bellis.
disappointed by her.
No, I meant the running off, not the disappointment. You're good.
The running off, not the disappointment.
Behind the bars are two very dirty and haggard-looking women. One much older. Where's my? Hold on. 2, 3. Oh, okay, that makes so much sense. My pages were out of order. Because I was going for like page 19, page 20, page 24. So she's kind of looking at you hesitantly. I mean, you guys just came in and completely murdered the red brands. But she's not quite sure what to make of you. And
I kneel down in front of them.
So the young girl's kind of like the younger one kind of hides behind her mother. And the older woman, she steps forward. My name is Myrna. The red brands, they captured us when they killed my husband. They've been holding us here for the last few days.
What do they want with you?
I think they plan to sell us off as slaves.
I pull out some food from the sack that Darren gave me and hand them each an apple and a peach.
The younger girl kind of looks at her mother first, and she nods, and she just like basically inhales it as quickly as possible. It doesn't look like they've had anything.
Where are you getting... Go ahead.
As they start to eat, I'd like to start examining the lock and start trying to pick it.
It's a basic lock. You can, I mean, with very little effort, you can kind of, tinker with it, and it clicks open pretty readily. Not much need to make a roll right now. And then from behind you, the other person's like, "Hey, what about me?"
We're smiles. We'll help you too. No worries. We don't intend to leave any of you here.
And you see the girl kind of like peeks around you and sticks her tongue out at the boy as she's basically finished the apple and is now digging into the peach. The mother hasn't taken anything or eaten it. It looks like she may have saved it or put it away in a pocket. Wuria, what are you doing as Velis is busying himself with the lock?
I mean, Wuria is I mean, she can't pick a lock.
Right. I mean, do you want to just they're there and she speaks up and thank you very much for rescuing us. I don't know how much longer we would have been able to last.
We're happy to help.
Are there more of them? There are so many.
There may be. Not in the immediate area, as far as I can tell. Do you think you can get back?
Yes. I mean, if you don't believe there's any more, it's only a short walk to town.
There may be more in the hideout, but there aren't. At least when we passed, we didn't see any behind us. That would still be there.
There's the cavern.
There are no longer any by the food stores.
But there is the cavern.
Yeah.
And we don't know if anyone's come in.
There was a side route on the cavern that we hadn't checked.
Do you?
I'm not sure what cavern you speak of.
We came in through a large cavern.
We don't know really. We were taken. They put us in bags, took us and put these in the cells. I haven't seen anything outside of the cell for a few days.
I open the door a little farther and I slip the entire sack of fruit through. Keep this. You need it more than we do.
Okay. So she's like licking her fingers and stuff from all the peach juice and reaches in and pulls out another apple, and you kind of hear like the bars from the other side kind of rattle a little bit. It's like, you got any more? Can I have one too?
He'll go back to this one and unlock it as well. You could share with them.
It is up to you whether you go now or
Don't know the way.
or
I don't know where I am. Other than in a cell and somewhere.
so Cortanus and Elias have joined us. It looks like we've got all
Yes.
4 of us.
Right.
Yeah. She
yeah.
wandered in just to say, like, about the time when they were saying whether there was any more around, and she said that there was no more down in that area.
Maria looks at everyone, looks around her, and says, "We've probably have lost our quarry for now. Do
Katana
we
looks
want
really messed
to
up with
do we want to ensure that these folks get out and can head back toward the town, or would it be safer for them if we continued forward and came back for them?"
They can arm themselves. There is a storeroom just around the corner. Might not be much, but
There shall not
So
be
the-
armed
There's
children.
children.
There's a young boy and a young
Yeah, you want to
girl.
arm the
They
children.
look to be like 7 or 8.
okay.
And then their mother,
Yeah.
who doesn't look like she knows how to hold a sword.
Okay.
You should
I don't-
escort them.
I wouldn't want to send one so young off by themselves.
Yeah. I mean, we pretty much killed everything we found on the way here, right?
Yes.
There's yeah. The
but
cavern's
we don't know
clear.
if
There
anyone
was
else has
just
come in through
Yeah.
other paths.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
You
what
don't
I'm
know
saying
if
is
anyone else has come
if they barricade themselves in this room, they should be,
And we come back for it.
Yeah.
and we come back for them.
As you're kind of mentioning that you can see the young girl. You hear the young girl whimper a little bit, and then the woman speak up. If it's all possible, we can't stay in this room any longer.
All right.
All right.
We've been here without food or water,
Good point.
and they would come in and throw things at us and taunt us. I don't want to stay here anymore.
All right.
Let us
It would not be
escort them
right to leave you
first.
in your prison.
If we
Yeah.
must come back, we know
Understandable.
the way.
Let's walk them to the cave entrance.
So if we get them out, if we get you out of
Alright.
the cave,
There.
find your way back to the village. Yes.
Yes, I mean,
Yeah. All right,
Uh,
well, we can do that.
we can certainly find our way back. I mean, it's just we don't know where we are. Are we
Right.
near the village?
Yes. Yes.
Very close.
We're not
Very
far.
close.
We're not far.
Okay.
All right.
You're in that. You're in the manor. The manor that, or near the manor.
Oh, okay. Yes. No, we're
Yeah.
very close. If you can, show us how to get out, we can walk home from here. It is very close.
All right.
All right.
Does
Just walk them
everyone?
through the
Is
cavern
everyone
and
in
get
agreement?
back.
Then Gloria looks around to ensure that no one is going to.
And Velis just
Agreed.
gives a nod.
Okay.
Yeah.
So someone had shouted before we split to loot everything. Who was
yeah.
that was
That
going
was
through
me.
pockets? Okay.
Yeah.
That would be me.
So as they're having this conversation, you kind of wander back through the hall, going through what you can find. And what you find amongst all of their possessions and pouches, 71 copper, 53 silver,
How much? 23?
53 silver.
Oh, 53.
Yes, and 24 gold.
At some point, we're gonna have to figure out how we split all of this, or it goes to party fund.
Amongst all
It'll
of
go to
their
party
pouches.
funds. I'm
pockets.
just noting it.
This also include the group by us, because I figured Briella and I would at least check them for.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
all of the bodies.
Oh.
Yeah, that's everything.
I'll give whoever was keeping track of party funds before. I've got all the money
Okay.
from
I
this
have
session.
that.
Same.
Yeah, I'll give you all of this. after we're done with this because I've got all the money from this session.
Right.
Sounds good.
I mean, until you actually need to spend it, you can, as long as someone got a note of it, we're good.
Right. It'd just be good to have it all centralized so we know
Right.
what we have. All right. So, looted.
Right.
And we're gonna.
I suppose we should just
Someone
walk
is-
them back to the entrance.
Someone's going to take them.
I mean, I think we were going to take them as a group rather than split up.
Okay.
Unless
Should one of us stay
they're on their
just
own.
to keep an eye on things and the rest of us catch back up?
Okay.
Make
Who
sure
is
that-
going
Okay.
to? Who is going to take them to the cabin entrance? One of you, multiple of you.
I'll go.
Okay.
Um,
So Briella,
I'd like to.
are you on the map?
Stay?
Oh, there you are.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
So
I guess
I think I'll stay here until we can meet back up, just so I can take a breather, and
Sure.
keep an eye on things to make sure that nobody else comes back this way and can get the jump on us. But I'm going to
Okay.
stay in a corner to try to be out of sight in case anything does come up.
Okay.
Where is gonna come with them to?
okay,
I'm
where are
just
you and
gonna
Briella?
sit, like over in this
Make
corner.
sure there's
Okay.
at least a couple people to
yeah.
accompany party.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that way I can use one of my hit dice.
There's
Because
that.
I
So,
would
Oh,
like
yeah,
to.
The ghost will
Unless-
stay with Elias wherever he goes.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, unless any of them look like they need immediate medical attention.
They aren't specifically injured, but they're malnourished, they're
Hungry
dehydrated, they're
okay.
weak. They probably need rest and food and water more than anything else.
Okay. You know what? I've got here. I'll give them. I'll go ahead and give them. I've got a water skin in my
Okay.
pack.
Sure.
I'll go ahead and give them that, and since they seem like they need that more than.
Okay. So
Sure.
Briella and Wirya, you are escorting them through the cave. And there's a bridge, and you'll have to cross the bridge. Who steps onto the bridge first? And how much do you weigh?
I
Oh,
will
no.
carefully, and I weigh. Hold on 1 second.
The two lightest people are escorting them.
Right, which is why I'm asking this, because it could matter.
And one of them can levitate.
Actually, I can levitate and I can fly,
Okay.
but I'm not using it quite yet.
Sure.
Saving it for necessary.
Right.
Because I can only use each once per long rest.
All right. So, Briella and Wirya, we're taking 3
110
humans.
pounds.
How much? I didn't hear what you said. Can you say that again?
110.
110. Okay.
Oh, wow, you weigh a lot more than me.
You're small, aren't you? I thought you were a small.
Aren't you a
creature.
small creature?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I chose 4'0", and
Oh.
I'm
Whereas
Gotcha.
I'm like 3 feet tall. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you step onto the bridge, sort of, and you're making your way across.
technically 110 is probably heavy, but I'm shit at choosing proper height to weight, because you know those tables that you find online are bullshit.
I would
I just
say
went with the
a
default. perhaps.
4 feet, but you've got a lot of equipment like armor and weapons, and that puts you probably closer to 110 than the actual base. However, you can hear as you're stepping across the wood and the rope creak and crack. And if you can give me a dexterity saving throw,
I need to find a
Briella.
map down there.
Yeah, here.
Try to find us so I can see where. Oh, there we go. Okay, yay.
Move.
Let me get some light here so we can see.
23.
Okay. So as you step across, the whole thing basically collapses underneath you, and you're only going to take half damage from falling. Unless, do you have the ability to use that flying stuff as a reaction, or anything or is it only when you're intentionally doing it? Like, can you catch yourself on that flying? Like, what does it take to activate that ability?
For fly, all I need to do is have my quarterstaff in hand, which I did, and hit a switch to spread the wings.
Okay. So what I'm going to say is you fall, but as you fall, you activate your sky sail and completely catch yourself from hitting the ground. So you take no damage, but the bridge is definitely out.
But there's another bridge further down, right? Or
Yes.
Go to the secret stairway. Yeah.
That is another option. But as you've fallen, not falling, but as you're swooping through the crevasse, the big chasm there, kind of flying out, you see a dead body, and lying on the ground down there at the bottom.
I'm going to go and I'm going to keep the wings out and keep contact with my quarterstaff so that the spell is technically still
going?
activated.
Right.
Yeah, because it can last, I believe, for an hour.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and check out the dead body.
Okay. So this looks, it's a human. As you're down at the bottom here, it's very cold, like it's unnaturally cold, which is probably one of the things that's preserved this body as well as it has been. But it's a human who looks pretty chewed on, and it looks like he was probably he was.
Can I make a roll to identify what's chewing on him? I have survival in nature.
Yeah. I was trying to think, like, okay, how would I explain that? But yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Ranger.
Would it be that weird thing we killed last game?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yes. I was saying, yes. You weren't technically here to see it before. However, I can actually hold up a picture of the thing.
I got a 16 anyway.
Okay, that was more than sufficient. So this was the weird creature that you guys fought when you first came into the cavern, and looking at it, that was definitely what was feeding on it, based on its teeth, the bite marks. But you definitely, in looking at it, the body was dead long before it was dumped here. Well, okay, not long before, but it was, whoever this was killed, and then their body was dumped here.
Then I take it there's nothing to loot off the corpse.
No. But if go ahead and make a perception roll.
Like, does this body look related to those kids?
Yeah.
15.
Okay. So there's nothing on the body, but you can see it was a small alcove nearby that is kind of like piled up with refuse and filth. But it looked to be like the nest of whatever this creature was, and underneath some of that is a small chest. And inside, you open it up and you can see, actually, it's not quite a small chest. It's like a full-sized big trunk. And you can see strewn with There's some bottles. There's a whole bunch of coins. You can even see like this a blade, a longsword inside, and a whole bunch of random weird trinkets and trash and bits and stuff, kind of all interspersed with all of that.
I'm gonna take the lord and the coins, and
Okay.
at least a couple of the bottles if I can't take all of them.
Okay, there are 2.
Okay, then I'll take both.
Sure. So you gather up and kind of put into a sack a bunch of the valuable looking things. You leave the trash looking things behind. So if someone wants to write this down, I'll just read it out to them.
Already got it. Yep.
Okay, so I'll just be specific about it. Since we're not really in a hurry, I can just give you the number. We'll just say that you count it later, because I imagine you're not going to start counting out.
Not
coins.
with my spell going.
Not actually Vex.
Yeah. Not channeling Lord that hard.
160 silver pieces.
Ooh,
120 gold pieces.
Wow.
damn.
5 cut malachite gems. 2 potions. And a scroll. Along
I'm
with
assuming you guys are all getting that because I'm not there, so I'm not
Brell is
paying it.
taking it, I think. Writing it down.
I mean, it's just as long as someone's writing it down. And then the longsword is in it's a very high quality sword in a silver inlaid scabbard.
What was
And then-
what was after the potions?
One scroll.
A scroll. If someone has proficiency in Arcana, they might be able to identify it. And then the sword itself, the scabbard is really high quality, inlaid with actual silver. And then the hilt, it's been the styling of the hilt looks like a bird, some kind of bird of prey. Actually, since you're a ranger, you would recognize it. It's a falcon with its wings outstretched, and it's like the cage.
I'm gonna go ahead and attach that to my belt. I'm not even gonna put it away.
Okay. All right. And so you fly back up. There is another bridge to the south. Scope that out, or if you want to kind of take them through the long way.
If we can take the bridge, that would be fast.
You could try it.
But if the other is safer, perhaps with our friends here, we should take the safe route.
If you want to go inspect the other bridge and kind of test it, you can test it out to see if it will hold weight or not.
Okay.
Or if you want, I mean, you've cleared this out, so it's really a matter of a nominal amount of time to walk through, if
Right.
you want.
Why don't, to be safe, we could just take the long way, and then we don't need to worry about the bridge breaking under anybody.
The woman, she actually never technically introduced. I'm really bad at like introductions and such. Her name is Myrna. She introduced herself.
Yes, she mentioned Myrna.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
She said her name.
Oh, okay.
You did.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
She seems relieved at the idea of not having to test the other bridge, and is more than happy to take the long way around.
Okay. Unless Brell, unless you have any objections, let's take them the safer route.
Okay.
It won't take
Fine
us that
by
much
me.
longer.
I got
Okay.
I got my loot.
Okay. So you take them around, show them out the cave, and once they emerge out, they recognize like where they are and what this is, and they can readily make their way and return back to the town. And so Briella and Wuria, you return to the rest of the group. While they've taken maybe 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes to go do that, what is everyone else doing?
Cortana was
I'm
like
just
waiting for them to
sitting.
come back, leaning against
I'm
the
gonna
wall.
go ahead
and
and
I'm
myself
just
back
sitting, and I
over.
used a hit dice because I wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I just
Yeah, I
realized
probably need to hit
something.
What?
A longsword on a halfling. How comical does that look right now?
It's about a half as tall, like more than half as tall as you are, but there's no restrictions.
It's funny.
True.
It's just yeah.
So
I do have 12 strength, so I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use. Let's say I'm probably just like Elias is probably just kind of sitting on one of the sarcophagus.
Okay. I mean, so there's nothing that anyone wants to do while they're gone. You're just all waiting.
I think we're just waiting and
Okay.
healing up a bit.
Sure.
Oh,
I mean, a
by
short
the way,
rest.
Aside from
said
like,
it-
making sure
I
that
said
there
it
definitely
wa-
is nobody else.
I said it
Yeah.
was 1 hour. The fly spell only lasts for 1 minute. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's more than enough to you go down, you kind of scope things out, and you fly back out. But that's and it was enough time for you to grab everything and head out.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you wait for everyone to for them to come back, and you're kind of all hanging out with the skeletons in the and the sarcophagi of what looked like some deceased Tresendar family members.
Unless people
And
wanna
everyone
leave.
eventually returns. And
Yeah,
what would
Elias
you
is
like to
definitely
do?
sitting on the one of the sarcophaguses.
Yes. Well, you're pretty sure that the bodies that were in were the ones that were removed and animated to
Yeah.
attack.
Shall we move
keeping
on
an
then?
keeping an eye on the skeleton just
Sure.
in case.
Okay.
Yes, we should now when they return.
Pretty sure they're dead, but
Well, perhaps we should continue.
Yes.
Okay.
And Velas turns to Cortanus without running ahead this time.
I fear we're already too late. She's just
Okay.
gonna like fresh off and forgive me.
Sure.
I was rash.
All right. I'm gonna grab everyone. Let's see. Is that everyone? Yes, that's everyone. And I'm just gonna move you into. Well, I'm assuming you're going to go in the only direction that you haven't been in.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
As they're walking, Cortanus is just gonna kind of go ahead and say, "There was a time when I waited too long to give chase. I did not move fast enough, and I was too late. My brother died because I hesitated and allowed a foe to escape my reach. I am here now as
I
atonement for
understand.
that mistake."
Okay. Hold on. Why can I not see?
To
Oh,
be
there we
fair,
go.
I'm pretty sure you're here now because I pulled a card out of a deck and but
That is also true, my darling.
I mean
Okay.
if you want to get really specific about it.
Right. So what you see in this room, and in the room beyond through this doorway, it's mostly storage, food, supplies, basic stuff. This large pool here is a cistern. It looks like it's being fed, excuse me, from above, with fresh water. And looks to be the main finished area of the basement of the manor, up here above along these steps. So you can see the steps. I'm going to move some people around out of the way a little bit. So you see the steps. They kind of go up and around to a door that's open, as is this door here. And through the doorway, you can see a couple of cots and some more crates. So this is the looks to be like the old manor cellar.
What's the store? Under
Which
the
one?
Here.
That's so. This area here. You came in through this passageway, and you came into this room through that door.
Okay.
Okay.
It kind of comes under the stairs. It's a little hard to
I
tell
see.
from the
I see.
two-dimensional,
Okay.
but yeah.
That makes sense.
Right.
All right.
What would you like to do?
like to listen at the other door before we move on from the stairs so that I'm not stepping in front of it.
Okay. You don't hear anything.
Okay.
Pretty quiet.
I'm gonna look around then. Maybe just once.
Hey guys, I hate to do this, but I gotta get to bed because I gotta work.
All
No
right.
worries.
Okay.
Good night, Rachel.
Night.
Night, you guys.
Night.
So what you can see is it kind of goes off into a stairwell that just kind of circles up.
Okay. Shall we go up?
That
Guess.
seems to be the only way to
yeah,
go.
All right. I'm gonna
unless
start
there's
heading up.
secret passage in that storeroom.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
start heading up
checking
as
anything in the-
quietly as possible.
Okay.
Maria's gonna follow behind, so quietly.
Sure.
Ah.
Okay. So you take the stairwell up, and you emerge into what looked to be the ground floor of the manor itself, which at this point is mostly a ruin. The large sections of the building are caved in, and you can see like a path has been kind of cleared in the rubble, leading from the stairwell that you're in and the sort of like the small room out to the exterior of the building. But everything else is crushed, trashed, covered in dirt or dust or overgrown.
Does it look like there's any side rooms that may have been used at any time? Anything? Any path?
No,
that
it
somebody's
looks
maybe
like
tried to... Fuck.
yeah, it looks like they basically
And it's
made
empty.
no effort.
of
Yeah, and
people.
there's no you don't hear or see anyone. It
Gonna
doesn't look
run
like there's
full sprint to the front of the building and look out to see if I can see any trace of where he might have gone.
Okay. So you run to the front of the manor, and it's actually a nice view of the town. You kind of because it's high up on a hill. You do see kind of like the whole town laid out before you down this hill. It's still daylight, and it's kind of bright, so you
that's
don't really see
disadvantage.
too particularly well.
Yeah.
But you don't see anyone who looks like they're running as quickly as possible away from through the town or away from the manor.
Okay.
So we lost.
And just pulling the hood up and backing
Sure.
back up into the manor and just gonna lean back against the wall.
Okay. So Velis and Wuria kind of went upstairs. What are the rest of you doing? Sort of, you're still in this cellar down below.
I mean, unless there's anything else to check down here. I felt like kind of following them once we
I
got
don't know, do we want to check out the storeroom just in case, or just go up the stairs?
That was shit.
Well, there's nothing immediately on the stairs, so you guys don't know that, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, we can check. I figured
Yeah.
they'd give us a signal.
Huh?
Figured they would be giving us a signal or something like that.
And
Yeah.
Wuria wonders, as he appears to be gone, that she says to Velis, he seemed to be experimenting with invisibility. I wonder if he succeeded.
It's possible, but he also seemed in
Quite a hurry.
quite a hurry to get out. Would he have run only to stop here? Let me just say that, given what she said, I'm listening. I'm not actively gonna go searching for anything, but I'm just gonna listen very closely for any odd sounds.
Okay.
You know, since I don't hear screaming coming from upstairs, I'm gonna just check out the storeroom.
Okay.
Just
Just to
throwing him
see.
Sure.
I don't hear immediate screaming or
Right,
yelling, so
So it looks
they
like
got this.
a partial storeroom, partial barracks or living quarters. There's a couple of cots. Most of the barrels and stuff, you can see some of them are actually stamped with the Rockseeker mining company.
Oh.
You can see some of other merchant companies you don't recognize, and a couple of crates and barrels and stuff from the Lion Shield Coster as well. Other than that, it's like salted meats, dried food, basic supplies. There doesn't seem to be much else of monetary value. Most of the time, folks like these gang members tend not to like leave their money around. They keep it on them at all times, because they don't trust anyone else. But as you were sort of walking past it, I didn't quite get to that part of the narration. The ground was a little wet right in front of the door. Like more so than you would expect.
Oh, like there?
Right in front of the door, right next to the cistern.
So like, right. Trying to.
I
there.
Right
Once
there.
again,
Like,
I walked away, but I can hear you guys. No worries.
Yeah. So
Okay.
kind of you look down and you inspect it a little bit more. It looks like the side of the cistern and the floor in front of it are soaking wet. So like either someone got in or got out or did something with the water right at this spot.
Can we check the cistern?
Yeah. Can I?
Sure.
Yeah. Go back.
Okay.
Check to see if there's anything kinky about the cistern.
Sure.
Like any hidden areas, hidden doors.
In that kind of.
Right. So you're kind of like feeling around in the water a little bit, and you can feel against the side wall, kind of down a bit. You have to actually kind of like stick your arm in quite a bit, but you can feel what look to be some hooks, like two hooks. One of which has like a satchel or something attached to it.
All right.
And it's. I'm assuming you pull it out.
Yeah. So
unless you want Cortanas to do it, because that might be trapped.
So it's a small leather satchel, and it looks like it's the leather has been treated, and it seems to be waterproof, and it's sealed tightly. You open it up, and it looks like it's got some trail rations, and that's it. It looks like there's a room for a lot more to fit.
Huh?
Both you and Aaron had this like.
But it looks like there were two satchels here, one of which is missing, and then this one is there's not much in it.
All right. Well, I'm taking this with us because it's going to be useful. I'm sure.
Yeah,
It never hurts to have a. I'm just being practical here. It never hurts to have a waterproof satchel.
Yeah, I mean it's surprising, not actually that common.
Meats.
Yeah, just fill it with. Go back into the. Fill it with salted meats.
Yeah. Come on, bag of holding.
Yeah.
You'll get there eventually. There's probably one somewhere in this adventure.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I mean,
true.
We're close enough to the town that we don't really need the cart.
Hey, guys, we found your stuff. Go get it and pay us. Because we found it. Then we cleared it out. We cleared the place out. Wait a minute.
No, they basically said that our payment was whatever we found in there off of people.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck it. They can pick up their own stuff.
I'm sure they would be appreciative if you told them.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll tell
there still are like probably a dozen dead bodies lying around.
You just gotta step around.
There's
the
also
corpses.
a path we never explored. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, there
let's
was.
see if I can do this.
Don't know where it went.
It's here. I'm gonna ping it.
No, I mean I don't know where it goes because we never went.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now I can see everything everywhere.
Yay.
Oh, snap.
So if you want to look
Now we
around.
can-
Oh, hey, Hegan. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, a secret door. Okay, so we're taking us here.
Sacred tunnel.
Oh,
Sacred tunnel.
Sacred tunnel.
Yeah.
So we pretty thoroughly found everything we could possibly find. I mean, at this point, what can we do but head back to town?
But sadly, we didn't get any information.
We didn't.
Unless there's anything
I'd like
written down on any
to-
of these tables.
Yeah.
I
Already
do
grabbed.
have, I
mean-
do have the dwarven book, and
Yeah.
Morella did acquire a scroll. The scroll.
I'd like to
Yeah.
talk to the woman, find her in town when we get back. Just ask her if she saw anyone else while she was here. She may have seen the Rock Seekers in passing.
Okay.
She may have heard something. We'll have
Okay.
to we'll seek her out.
So you pretty thoroughly explored most of everything except for the guy's actual room.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah, we're
kept
running
moving.
through there.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of just ran through it.
I said I wanted to check the desk. I did say that.
Um,
And then
But then
Oh,
Cortana
Cortana
ran
took off
away.
and run.
right.
I wanted to check the desk.
I mean, we
Right,
still
right, right.
can. We were going back
So yeah,
through.
we,
Yeah. I mean, you
yeah,
can
yeah.
still,
back,
you
we
still can. I mean, that's really the. I think, it's really the only stone left unturned.
Yeah.
Really. So.
Otherwise, we're like in Poltergeist. This house is clean.
Well,
Okay. So there's a bunch of notes and papers, lots of correspondence with various apothecaries and other people. He was trying really, really hard to make potions of invisibility, as well as notes about his observations of townspeople. He basically had like a checklist and notes about like how easy they were to intimidate, how much of a potential danger they were.
let me guess.
what-
The council guy, whatever his name was,
Super easy.
The
yeah.
town master.
town master was easy to
no.
intimidate.
Well, you actually find a lot of notes that are pretty incriminating against him. That he was
Ooh.
getting
Ooh, paid off.
kind of kickbacks to not to leave the Red Brands alone.
Guys, we're
as well
overthrowing
as
a town government.
Yeah.
Shall we?
We're gonna stick it to the man.
there's also another letter. And Velis, you find this, and the you recognize the style of writing. This was written by the hand of someone who more likely than not was educated in the same place that you were.
Oh.
And there's a seal on the bottom. It's written in common, but it's a very fine flowing script. And I'll read it out loud. Lord Albrick. Albrick is the name of the person it's addressed to. My spies, Port Damali, tell me that strangers are due to arrive in Phandalin. They could be working for the dwarves. Capture them if you can. Kill them if you must, but don't allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possession are delivered to me with haste. I'm counting on you, Iarno. Do not disappoint me. And in place of a signature, you see a very stylized crest of a spider. And Velis, this is actually your family. It's a kind of like a modified abstract version, but this is your family symbol on this letter.
I'm going to pocket that.
And as you guys, the rest of you technically didn't hear that, but you notice as she's reading it, she's visibly shaken, reading through this letter.
Yeah, Velis is not trying
reading out
to
loud.
hide anything. He's just,
What does it say?
Everything all right?
Because where he has tiny,
It's
you can't
fine.
read over
Right,
his
right.
shoulder.
I
everything's
presume
fine.
that she was reading it out loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just that it was signed instead of with a signature, but like a seal of a abstract
He'll read
looking
it. He'll read
spider.
it out loud.
What is making you so?
I'm fine. Maria,
Okay.
thank you.
All right. Because Waria doesn't cry. Because Waria is the trusting little cinnamon roll.
Thomas is giving that.
Fine.
What?
I said, are you fine or are you fine?
Fine, Elias. Thank you.
Doth thou know who wrote it?
No.
Can I insight that?
Can I insight? Yeah, I want to insight check.
You can both incite it, but I don't actually know. He's not lying. He's not lying. Okay, all right. You both check and I'll roll deception.
So
I'm fine with that.
it's not deception. Like you can roll an insight. But the thing is, Ellis is not lying. But
No,
No,
he's just
but
leaving
he's-
out
I got a
parts.
nat
He's
20
being
though.
evasive.
yeah.
You go what?
So
Let's see. That's
yeah.
What
So
did
you know
roll
that
again?
Velis is
I got a
not
17.
lying. He honestly, based on his reaction and his answer to your question, he's being honest. He does not know who wrote that, but he's hiding something. There's something that
telling
he's
you.
not telling you.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Good. So in his haste, he also neglected to take the contents of a small chest that's at the foot of the bed. So if someone wants to whip out a pencil, I've got more writing. So it looks like whatever wealth this gang had been collecting or accumulating, Glassstaff was keeping most of it. Inside the chest, you find 180 silver, 130 gold, and a silk pouch filled with gems, 5 carnelians, 2 peridots, and a pearl.
We almost have the
5
entire crystal gem.
Ruby,
God,
carnelian,
crystal gem.
pearl, peridot.
Peridot.
And lapis
2 peridot.
lazuli.
Yeah, there's none of that yet.
2 peridot and a pearl.
And a pearl. And there's also 2 scrolls that if someone who's trained in Arcana, you might be able to look at it and identify.
Waria's the only one who can do anything with Arcana.
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
Right.
I could try, but I'm not trained in it.
Yeah,
Maybe
if
it's
you're
not
not, if you don't actually have proficiency in Arcana, the only thing you can tell is these aren't regular words. These are symbols. I have no idea what they
Get
mean.
you some guidance to help worry.
Yeah.
I'll roll and see if I can figure it out.
Sure.
See if I
So I have notes on all the money we've made except for what Briella found.
Okay.
15.
And I have the list
15.
of what she found.
Oh, you have the list of
great.
what you found? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just combine our lists.
Yeah.
Sure. 15 is more than sufficient. So there, it's 3 spell scrolls. A scroll of Charm Person, a scroll of Augury, and a scroll of Fireball.
Okay.
Oh yeah, fireball.
Yeah.
The sizes, the
No.
size of problems that you can fix are
Or
correspondent to the amount of fireball you have to use.
Right.
I came
Alright.
up in Monday game.
Okay. So it's 9:30. No, it's 10:30 your time. It's getting late then. So I think this might be a good stopping point. If there's anything else anyone would like to ask about or take care of or do while we're all sort of here, I would say that you would all get a short rest. So if you want to spend any hit dice stuff, and we'll probably pick up from here next time, having left the manor and walking down the road towards the town. Unless there's something else someone wants to ask or investigate or search. But I mean, in terms of actual like treasure, I think short of that satchel that was missing, I don't think there's anything else for you guys to find.
The satchel is missing, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
The one that had the good stuff in it's gone.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
If we'd gone through the other path, we might have gone.
Go ahead, write that down on mine.
All right. Well, perhaps.
What do we got for EXP, man? Woo!
Oh, if you give me a few
got our level.
minutes, if you give me a few minutes, I can calculate that really quickly.
Okay.
But like, I would need a minute.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to start reading numbers out. If someone can just tabulate.
Okay.
That would
I
be
will
helpful.
grab a calculator.
Let me grab a calculator. I got my phone. I can do that. Okay.
Sure.
I just have my calculator app on my computer, so.
Phone. Okay.
Okay, so let's say we'll go with 400.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And then 600.
Mm-hmm.
And then skeleton. 150.
Mm-hmm.
And then another 300.
Mm-hmm.
100. And 100.
Did you say another number after?
So 1650.
Okay.
That's what I had in my head too, so that sounds right.
All right, so that's 1650 divided by 6.
5 by 6 equals 275.
Actually, hold on. Is there 6 of you or 7
Well,
total?
that's total because we didn't have
Keegan.
Keegan.
Okay, wait. So 2, 3, 4,
Well,
5, 6
of
total.
us.
Okay,
There's
yeah,
five
because
of
I want to, because that's a weird thing. Because the way encounters work is you put together an encounter based on the party,
Right, and then you.
but the party kind of like it changes, and I don't always play that character as like an NPC in the party. And so then just like, how do we calculate that? Because one thing I don't want to do is if someone can't make it for a couple of times, I don't want them to fall way behind, right? And it's like that would be no fun. So I'll just have it divided. I'll just divide it evenly amongst the party each time. That way everyone stays equal. So 1650 divided by 6.
275 each?
265?
275.
275.
275.
Okay.
So let's see. Let me see if there's anything else.
Not leveled.
Nah.
275.
I want my assassin.
So close.
Are you close to level 3?
So close.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How close is everyone to level 3?
We're like 835 out of 900.
Yeah.
I'm 785 because I'm behind you guys.
So
I'm
how much?
785 out of 900.
I'm still not 100% sure of how much XP I had going into this.
Right.
Most of
So
us had
basically-
560.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
I have
The only one
510.
who should be behind is Velis, technically, and she's
Yeah,
only
I'm like
he's only 50.
50 behind.
Right. So whatever everyone else is saying is how much you have.
Okay. So that was. Sorry, how much did
835 total now.
835.
835.
Okay, cool.
It's weird 'cause it's the only game I've actually played that actually uses EXP system instead
Yeah.
of just like by when you think they've gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you had actually fought the wizard and defeated him, that probably would have been enough to.
Ah,
Yeah.
But we didn't catch him.
motherfucker!
Sorry.
Why did we take the left path?
Because we did.
Well,
That's okay.
I mean, his rat saw you into the room, and you took maybe a minute or two kind of poking around and looking around. So he really had a long
Because we didn't
long
think
lead.
anything of the fucking rat.
At first, yeah.
At first,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I punted the rat.
Once I
Right.
realized
The
there was something
moment,
up
yeah,
with it.
the moment you punted it and it poofed, we're like, oh shit, run.
Oh, that's not the rat.
That's not just a rat.
That's not just a rat. That's a magic rat.
Right.
That's no moon.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we'll talk in Discord to come up with the next session time-wise.
I need to update my schedule.
Yeah. So definitely update the Google Calendar, because that's super helpful to see just at a quick glance who's available, who's not.
Yeah.
I think I need to update for the next couple of weeks as well. I won't be available for, let's see, 1 or 2 of these weekends coming up. Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll check the. We'll check calendars.
Yeah.
And then let's see. You can either in group chat or in the Google Doc is a good place to put that, or like another page or a Google Doc for like party type stuff. That way, it's a single document everyone can refer to pretty easily.
I actually have a Google Doc with at least what I took from this one.
Okay.
So, guys, I just want to say, at some point, that goblin is gonna wake up, bound and gagged, and everyone else has been slaughtered. I would pay actual gold to see that reaction.
I'll write it. I'll write a little flash fiction of the story of
Wait,
Droop.
Sorry,
is his name.
I heard slash fiction.
No. Flash fiction.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway.
Oh my god.
I am beyond functional at this point.
An FYI, I don't have I have my availability except for Sundays up, and that's because Sundays is sort of a weird, like I can make adjustments to Sunday based on what is going on. It's my least ideal day other than Wednesday nights, but it is generally doable.
For whatever reason, work has given me like 4 or 5 weekends off in a row. So I'm good on weekends, but I don't have to do weekends.
okay, cool.
Oh, hey, that's
and
really useful, Aaron. Thank you.
Next weekend, my wife is going to be out of town.
So party at your place, right?
Yeah.
It depends on. I mean, my kids will probably be pretty low key because they entertain themselves. But depending on when it is that we plan on playing, I may have to work around that in order to make them dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure, of course.
Understandable.
Right.
And I forgot I need to run my channel divinity by you.
Oh yeah, we kind of need to hash out some of your
we need to
cleric abilities.
This week was just kind of crazy with my sister's birthday and everything, and like at work today I was like, oh.
Yeah. I don't know if you sent me any of your cleric stuff yet.
I think I sent you the revised.
Okay. Well, you could put it in that big group Google Doc that we've got too.
I may just do that. Yeah.
All right.
Pull it up.
Well, that was fun. We killed
I have
lots
it
of
typed
things.
up. I just have to.
I do enjoy the John Woo style of this.
I accidentally closed my tab.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we're finishing up anyway, so it doesn't really.
Yeah, it closed on me and it wasn't supposed to.
Oh,
But that's fine.
since you have that document open, and I'm not sharing. The scroll from the chest of the creature is the scroll of augury.
Oh, okay.
I just identified it.
Okay.
So the scrolls he had was different. And
Cool.
I have to double check because some kinds of scrolls anyone can use. Some kinds of scrolls you have to be like a spellcaster. I have to double check the specific rules about that. Oh.
Do you want me to just put it in my cleric stuff in the Google Docs that Flint just linked to?
Sure, you can.
Or
I mean,
there's the other one that's
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
yeah.
Hold on, I need to save this to my.
I can put it in the one that's more like character stuff that we've got.
I want to make sure I can find this later. Okay. Oh, I can come back to this if I need. I mean.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop out of chat.
All right. Have a good night.
So, you guys too. Just for the record, going forward, I think the walk back to town would be a very quiet one from Velis. He has a lot on his mind now, but yeah.
Hanel, Cortanus, and Elias are suspicious of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally
I'm
on the
going
same page, my lord. High five.
Yay, high five.
Marius is over there.
You could definitely try to talk to him. Like, you guys could talk to him if we want to talk later, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's the whole like in-character RP channel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Want to like hash some of that out there.
Yeah. So
that
happened.
Elias did get one killing blow today.
Yay!
Yes.
Good job.
If anything, where you just
Briella got it
concerned
down
that he
to
looks up.
the guy down to 1 hit point, but
Yeah, he was
You
down.
still did it. You still did it. It's good. You did good.
Weria killed a few things.
Yes.
Velis is terrifying.
I just can't
yeah.
get over the mental image of like Elias trying to hit the dude with the hammer and then Velis just throwing a dagger like past his head and die.
Yeah. Rogues.
I'm sorry. I keep rolling natural 20s.
In the appropriate situation, rogues are murder bots.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I
Damn
love
it, that's my job.
Well, I mean, you killed quite a bit as well. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
2 sword strike, it's dead. 2 sword strike, it's dead. And
Yeah.
No
I
natural.
think
Just the one natural 20 on that insight check at the very end.
yeah. I think I probably rolled to hit Cortanus. Maybe across the entire night, maybe 24 times. I hit you
And to be
3
fair,
times.
Yeah.
to be
3 times.
fair, he was not lying. He didn't
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah, no, Velis did not lie.
No.
I wasn't quite sure whether to put that into like whispers, but it's like it's not as obvious like it is on Critical Role when Matt Mercer like
Yeah.
clambers across the
Yeah.
table to tell someone a secret, right?
Yeah.
Like I can put it in an instant message and no one literally will know. So I just figure I'll throw it out publicly so that we
I
can
mean,
all
if you
RP around
wanted
it.
to do something a little bit private like that, what you could do is tell everyone that you're going to say something privately so that they know why somebody's freaking out.
Right. Okay.
But
You're all